So our next performer, Peter Feliciano, he was invited to play at the last one of these, and through miscommunication, he showed up the day before, and then he wasn't able to play, and we were all really sad. But now here he is. I went and saw this man perform a couple weeks ago, and he absolutely blew me away. So without further ado, Peter Feliciano.
Yeah, he has that effect.
Huh?
He has that effect.
Oh yeah, no, he totally.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I have that effect to blow you. I can totally blow all of you. So hi everybody, my name is Pete Feliciano. I'm very lucky to be here, very grateful to be a part of this thing. And I want everybody to go ahead and just lower those expectations. Because everybody else has been like raising the bar like assholes all night, so just lower that shit. So yeah, here we go. Such a buffoon. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? We can go right now. Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, that bitch got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Said I got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs, baby? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, strolling along on those, what do they call them? Feet, that's right. Feet, good job, boys and girls. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down those, what do they call them again? Streets. That's right. It's always surprising how many straight guys yell at them. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? I bet you on land they understand, and they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand, ready to know. The people know. Ask my questions and get some answers. Like, what's a fire? And why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above out of the sea? Wish I could be part of that world. All right. right. I wrote that yesterday, so.
Last shelter, semicolon, survival.
You're fucking.
Semicolon.
You're a full colon. There you go.
Hello?
I can feel a man in motion.
Don't sing to me. Are we?
Yes, we are. La da da da. Oh yeah, Ken Kniff. Remember Ken Kniff?
Not really.
I know barely, but it's from Eminem.
Oh,
it was the skits in between.
I do remember.
Oh, Ken Kniff.
Since you're yelling at everyone for putting the mic directly in their fucking mouth.
That's way too loud now. You're ruining everything.
All right, how about now?
How about now? How about now?
Now?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 25 of Conservatish. Our guest today is my brother Will again. Yay! From back from high demand or whatever.
Two or three people are like, he's okay.
No, only like 5 people listen to this. No,
sweet.
A lot of actually a lot of people. It is growing, but then these last few episodes, it's a little shrunken. Mm-hmm. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could just share the podcast with your friends and family, especially your grandmothers.
I'm afraid of sharing it because of the grandmas and because of the offensive shit that we say.
Well, I have been laying in bed with lots of grandmas over the years, and they like offensive humor just like we do.
Oh, touch me, Butcher Peter.
Fart on their pussy, whatever, It'd be a hard way. Well, I'm
nice
skinnier
queef.
now, so there's less butt to fart ratio, so I can get the butthole closer to the vagina.
You can pull the wrinkles apart and just get right in.
Right, you can pull her pussy lips forward. Almost
Just
like train tracks.
I'm gonna wear you like a skin suit.
Yeah, so that's what this episode's going to be. But you all are aware of that.
Yes.
If you listen to episode, I think it was 8 you were on?
7, I think.
7, yeah.
7.
Episode 7 with
Siete.
Wheel. Then you understand what you're about to get into. And my hat's off to you. Oh,
sorry.
So share it with your friends and family. And also go to Patreon so that I can make money. That would be nice because I'm broke. It's very expensive to do this. And I actually just gave up another shift tomorrow at work so that I could record an episode. All I'm saying is help a motherfucker out. Go to patreon.com/conservatish. You can pledge $1 a month, $5 a month, $20 a month, whatever you could afford. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that way, we're not gonna be without like we did today on Thursday. I fucking woke up this morning and there wasn't an episode, and I was pretty pissed.
I know, I'm sorry. But I know I warned you guys. I warned you guys yesterday, didn't I?
I was working like 15 hours yesterday, so.
Oh, I was working. No one cares.
Okay. I'm gonna go home. Thanks for the episode. Bye.
What I don't really care about, what upsets me, is that you have the facial hair of one of the guitarists from Mastodon. That's what upsets.
What's wrong with that? Mastodon's fucking awesome. Old Mastodon is awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Old Mastodon before, like, they started writing lyrics like, this is for the warrior in the sky. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you, Mastodon?
Stop it.
What in the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop it. Go back
Boring
to what you were.
Yeah, go back to what you were. Don't be like all like, they got corny on. I think the corniness maybe, actually, one of our brothers said this once a long time ago. He said that you could go back and listen to Chris Cornell back in the day, and you could hear the corniness. And so eventually when he got to, I'm going to do an album with Timbaland, the corniness was finally allowed to flourish.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sad that he passed away, but that doesn't mean his music is...
Which one was the one with Timbaland? Was that
He did an album called
solo?
Scream.
Oh,
No. Euphoria Morning is the shit.
I love that
Euphoria Morning is fucking great, Chris Cornell album.
Okay,
but
cool.
like he did a solo album called Scream, I think, where he like danced.
Was that...
I listened to some of it. It's pretty bad because I wanted to. Yeah, he danced.
What do you mean?
That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. He danced. Okay. Let's find it. Let's find it right now on YouTube.
I'm scared. No, you're gonna ruin my image of Chris Cornell.
Well, fucking
wasn't super strong to begin with. But
no, I mean Chris Cornell had some amazing ass musics.
Vocals.
Here we go.
Play some
Chris
Steel
Cornell
Rain.
Dancing. It's already a... Here we go. Chris Cornell, Part of Me, featuring Timbaland. Look.
Timba.
Oh, that's live. Oh, that's live stuff. Hang on. Let's look at this one.
I wouldn't constitute.
This is a Chris Cornell song.
What are you doing? What the fuck, man? God damn people. Fuck. May you rest in peace, but this is... Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
No, it's fucking awful. Are you happy he killed himself? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy that Chris Cornell killed himself.
Yeah.
All right? Oh,
Only
it's
because
just
of
a
that
joke.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's Timberland's fault.
No, it's not Timbaland's fault. Timbaland is good for what he is. Yeah. I guess Chris Cornell... Listen, I'm not saying that musicians can't branch out and do other shit. That's me doing this podcast. That would be fucking super hypocritical of me. Mm-hmm. But I am saying that's some faggy shit. That's some corny shit. That's some corny shit.
There's lines you don't cross.
Right.
How long ago was that?
That was like, I think I want to say 2008. Hang on, let's find out. Yep, June 16th of 2009. Oh. Little girl.
No. Put it away.
I like that you talk to me.
I don't like the way you wrote that song.
That's the same. That's the same beat, by the way, Tim.
Sexy
that's
back.
The same beat. Yeah, no. It's a promiscuous girl. The only difference is. I mean, Timbaland's a great beat producer, but Chris Cornell is has some corny shit.
That was not a good mix. Whoever put that together should be shot.
Why are you wearing a shirt of your?
Because I came from work.
You have like a uniform?
No, it's t-shirts because I get shit dirty and I get shit uponst me.
How has the last month and 2 months gone, sir? What's wrong?
It's just been so there was like a very slow time when it comes for like kids going back to school and shit, and so
less shit clogs. I don't understand.
More people are like I do sewer lateral replacements, and a lot of that has to do with like when you sell a house, you have to replace your sewer essentially over there in the East Bay.
Okay.
Really simplistically. So people aren't necessarily buying or selling or wanting to do stuff when they're getting their kids into school, and so it just sort of went dead for like a month.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like a lower routine calls.
Well, that's how I was able to keep my paycheck coming, but it was hard for me because my guys weren't working, so that was my issue.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, things are coming back up now. I'm scheduled all the way out for a while now.
Good, man.
So I'm much more comfortable, especially on the way over here is when I sold the other job. So really happy.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's New York?
It was fucking amazing.
It
was really cool.
I was the layers of pepperoni. Why was it a fucking inch thick, or was
Listen,
that like
don't fucking hate.
I'm not hating.
No, because when it burns and they scald it and they curve up like that, and it becomes not just chewy pepperoni, but it also becomes like a little goblet of grease.
Oil. Drink me. You just pick up each one and just drink the shit out of it.
It was really bad for my diet. I literally gained. I'm not kidding. I'm about to tell you the truth.
All right.
I before I left on the trip, so I was 315 back in March. Mm-hmm. Before I left on the trip, I was 203.8.
Damn.
And then, so I landed on Monday night, and Tuesday morning, or Tuesday at about noon, I weighed myself. I was 217.
Aww. That's from that one pizza.
14 pounds, man. 14 fucking pounds.
Yeah, but those carbs and all.
No,
that
I'm not
shit,
saying.
right?
I'm not saying I regretted a fucking second of it. No, I had multiple everything bagels with cream cheese. Lox I appreciate, but I just needed just basics. Give me just regular ass everything bagel with cream cheese, pepperoni pizza. I didn't have any white pizza, and there wasn't a lot of ricotta in my weekend. I got to tell you, yeah, for some reason I don't know why. I just didn't like at Prince Street Pizza. I have to say it like Steve Brule. Prince Street Pizza, but it's hard to say Prince Street Pizza.
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 Pre.
I have a shirt of Steve Brule that he's saying pizza because it's his brother. Everyone go look up Steve Brule. It's very
Steve Brule.
But anyway, Prince Street pizza was really fucking tasty. Really goddamn good. And it wasn't, apparently it's really highly rated and this and that and whatever. But like every pizza I had was really good. It wasn't, well, actually, no, that's not true. So I went to the Comedy Cellar and around the corner there's Benjamin's Pizza or Ben's, something like Edgar, some like regular name pizza. Well, there's Luigi or anything like that. It was Kevin. Pizza, and it was okay, but it was kind of felt like this is late night. We don't really give a fuck. Yeah. Because it's
people
in the
are all drunk anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like in that district. I think it's near the East Village, Bowery, or something like that. Anyway, I still don't know where everything is, but a big thing about New York. It seems like so. Okay, let me explain. So I got there Thursday, the 8th, at about 4:30. Or 4 o'clock, and as I was touching down, I could see that the leaves were all changing, which doesn't happen here.
Yeah,
and it was like it was exactly like it was exactly like our childhood. And then we land, and I smell it immediately, like wow, But I'm also in the Newark airport. Did you know that in the Newark airport? Did you listen to the last episode where I said that? Yeah, there were Indian women working at the Dunkin' Donuts, which is weird.
That's so weird. Just different.
Right. They made the donuts smell differently.
No curry.
I can't stop making fun of
Don't
races.
do it.
Would you like the blueberry scone? But I didn't have any Dunkin' Donuts while I was over there. I had Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but it was like,
you could get Dunkin' Donuts out here now.
Yeah.
So it's not
really
New York. Well, yeah. I'm pretty
No.
sure that there's Dunkin' Donuts
somewhere
around
near
here.
here. You're just a liar.
Not in maybe the Bay Area, but like just outside of the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Either way.
But I also had a really good donut at this fucking hipster. Anyway, so I immediately realized, there's legit ass black people here. There's legit ass Indians. Like there's legit ass Jews. Like there's like real motherfuckers. Everybody on the subway seems miserable, but you kind of like everybody's kind of in the same boat. It does feel like even though everybody's a little more like lonely in a way, in its own way, it seems it's also very much more like if some shit went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if
community.
If you were stranded on the side of the road, more New Yorkers would come to help you than Californians, but more Californians would talk about and vote as if they would help you on the side of the road.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I've always thought that East Coast New Yorkers you're just more real.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are like, New Yorkers are abrasive or just don't get, rude or whatever the fuck.
Right.
No, it's real.
Right.
I'm not going to pussyfoot around, doing whatever. I'm going to tell you what the hell I think about you.
Right.
And if I want you to fuck off or not.
Right. And that not just that, but like in New York, more people were around and out and about. Like our aunt, I was hanging out with her, and they were talking about going somewhere at like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night, and she's 50. I'm like, wow, people go out. People do things. You know what I mean? It's not like over here, the city that sleeps, where everybody stays up till 1, but we get our fucking Grubhub tie sent to us, and then we just sit with our Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, it's much more alone here in its own way.
But is that just because of the city, or is that like, did you go up to Long Island?
Yeah, I hung out. That's where I hung out with them. And like they do stuff. People do stuff.
Okay, so it was still going out.
Yeah, I mean, Long Island feels a bit like San Jose in some ways, but that's okay. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a suburb. It is a suburb.
Man, I gotta go back.
It's fucking great, man. It's really nice. And there isn't like the pizza was really good. The garlic knots, which Bay Area does not know anything about garlic knots. They don't exist here.
Try to explain.
I actually made myself sick. So Thursday, I land in Newark. I go to my Airbnb. The other Airbnb guest had like taken both sets of keys. So I was like waiting outside with my guitar and my bag and my laptop. Just I was a sad boy. And then I got in, and then I put my stuff down and immediately was like, all right, I'm fucking tired, but let me find some pizza around here. So I found this place called Evil Olive. And see, here's the thing. being away from garlic knots for as long as I was not used to the fact that they actually are dough and garlic.
Delicious.
And so I went to the place, and the guys, my fun story about like, I realized I didn't try to tell him, but like I realized like my fun story about being away from New York since I was 9 years old would not be like, oh really? You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna like put his hand on his hand and go like, gee, keep telling me a story. He was watching the Steelers game. He just wanted to know what the fuck I wanted. So I told him, let me get 2 slices of pepperoni and like 6 garlic knots. He loads up a tray with like 9. Okay. Mm-hmm. And by the way, 2 slices of pizza and 9 garlic knots, 8 or 9 garlic knots was fucking literally like $9.
Oh, wow.
Okay, fuck God. You, California. Yeah. All right, fuck you. Not only is it shitty fucking pizza, there are no garlic knots, but each slice is $4.50, and it's artisan cocksuckers. Anyway, so I take that home. Did you say bon cuit?
Bon cuit. No, whole wheat.
So they take that. I take that to the Airbnb, and I made myself sick because I felt like I was like bleeding garlic for the next 24 hours. But it got out of my system eventually somehow.
Did you fuck a knot?
I did not.
You should have put 2 knots.
But it was very doughy. Part of it sometimes tasted like, like cinnamon rolls. The morning cinnamon rolls that you crack open the roll, right? And you put that on the oven. Like, that doughy feeling where it's not fully cooked? It almost tasted like that in some ways, like the consistency. Are those which is it's very good.
Okay. Anyway, are those the only ones that you had while over there?
Those are the only garlic knots I had while I was over there.
Maybe he was just fucking with you. Like maybe he just fucked it all up.
No, I made myself sick because I ate so many things. Oh. No. Because it was real New York slices. It was big.
But they're cooked, aren't they? They're not like just fucking dough.
No, they're not. I was just saying. I wasn't saying they were undercooked. I'm saying they were soft.
Yeah. Well, you also haven't eaten bread in a while.
Yeah. Well, let's be real. Because I have.
Okay. All right.
I have eaten lots of. I have cheated on my diet very many times.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
I hate you.
That's the thing is that. So I woke up yesterday, I was 217, but then the day before yesterday, I was 217, and then yesterday I was like 213 because I was back on the diet. it was all water and
whatever I want.
Dude, it's dangerous. This diet is so effective that I'm like, I could make myself. I could literally. I mean, every time I'm on the toilet, regretting it. You know what I mean? Like the next day. Where it doesn't come out and then it rockets out of me at a speed I've never known, and like I'm up on the ceiling being plastered against the remember Scary Movie 2 I think it was where like all the cum like sticks her up to, that's the diarrhea that sticks me up to the ceiling.
That's so fucked up. Corn kernels,
right? But I don't care. Starbucks can clean it up.
Don't you dare do that inside your
I have to fucking... Did we already talk about Starbucks bathrooms? It's a fucking shame what they do. Oh, yeah. It's bullshit. Because it's so nice, like, unless it's a twofer. If it's a twofer and there's 2 bathrooms, it's good. Because then you could, like, knock all you want, son. Someone else is taking up just as much time as I am. I could read a newspaper in here, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I could fucking Instagram selfie while I'm on the shitter. Yeah. I fuck you. But if it's just a one person, and especially in New York, this is like, okay... I need to use the bathroom, so I gotta like buy a tea or something. And then also, not just part of it was like I need to buy a tea to like feel like I, not guilty, but it's also to not feel guilty for what I'm about to do to the bathroom.
Like I paid for you to clean this mess.
Right. And not just that. The thing about New York is like you leave the Airbnb or your house or whatever the hell, and you're out. You know what I mean? Because I don't have my car. I didn't have the autonomy of using my car to go around places. So I'm just on, like, I made the mistake of Friday taking my guitar with me so I could go busk and stuff. And if I had my straps, my strapped case, but I had my big hard case that I needed to use it on the airport. And so it was just a fucking heavy piece of dog shit, dragging it in between the fucking subway doors that are closing. And like, it was the worst.
Never again.
Never again. So if I did busk a couple of times on Friday, which was fun. There were a couple of people who gave me, my friend, photographer and voiceover actor Christina. She gave me some tips about where to busk. And then I was actually busking at Times Square, and it was super, like, it was raining on Friday too, and I had my guitar case, and it was just bullshit. It just felt like, this is bullshit, Go
and enjoy.
Right. And so I was in Times Square. It's way too loud. I'm trying to busk, and I'm like, this isn't the right spot. And then some dude who was a busker as well, he's like, hey, man, I think I've seen you play before. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And he's like, well, actually, you know, you're in town from somewhere else. Well, a good place to busk is over here, blah, blah, blah. And so I went over to that spot, and it was okay. Definitely, from my experience busking in the Bay Area, when you are a regular, they pay you more. Like when they see you multiple times, then they're like, okay, pay this dude more. But your first time, they're just kind of like, who's this dude? Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's a regular thing, but also it's less of a it's more of a culture thing to tip musicians over there too. It's because there are more musicians, there are more artists.
The school and all that.
Yeah, you know, it's also less, you know, shitty people.
Did you make about the same on each side?
I don't know. It was raining and it was shitty time, and I didn't feel right. But at the same time, you know, I still know like I could. You know, I could make it if I needed to. I also think there was this one. I was walking around. I had just finished over at Times Square, and I was going to the other spot in Brooklyn. And I needed to go back to Brooklyn anyway to put my stuff back in the Airbnb, my guitar. So I did that. And I saw this girl was playing. She literally just hooked up a speaker and sang over Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
Oh, nice.
And like a whole crowd was gathering around, and she was okay, you know what I mean. But like people were just like digging to the beat, you know what I mean, and to the nostalgia of the song, and just this person's singing, and you know, so they were tipping her. So I know like if I have my guitar and a mic stand and like legit, you know, speaker, like I could make a lot of fucking money doing that. So. That's one thing.
You still planning on going out there? Leaving us forever?
Possibly, most likely.
Fucker.
But not for another like 9 months or so.
Okay.
Because I wanna make sure like it's really expensive over there. Not more expensive than here, but I wanna be prepared. So like if I did decide to like in Manhattan, in Brooklyn, it's about the same prices as I'm paying in Pacifica. You know what I mean? Forgot his fucking name. The Satan.
Dude from Mrs.
Kevin Kline.
Yeah. No. No, not him.
Who?
Fight it. The guy you just had on before. The comedian.
Matthew Banks.
I forgot where the fuck I was going with this. We were just talking about something, man.
What's wrong with you?
I'm
got dick on the brain?
No, I got home at 11 last night and fucking worked.
And sucked a penis.
Yeah, woke up at 5, worked until 11, passed out, woke up this morning at 5.
All right,
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What were you saying?
We were just
something about
fucking
Matthew Banks. I don't know. You're the one who got lost.
No,
it's not my fault, motherfucker.
Matthew Banks.
I was saying I was staying in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. Okay, so what was it? More gentrified now? It doesn't look like fucking Brooklyn?
Yeah, it doesn't. No. Certain parts of it, but I was staying in Williamsburg, and I walked into a coffee shop because I'm sorry, that's one thing I'll never be ready for in New York is just like, just get Dunkin' Donuts. How about no? How about fuck you? Yeah. How about if I can't get espresso, you can go suck a dick. I'd rather go to Starbucks. I'd rather go to fucking Starbucks. Just get it at 7-Eleven. How about suck my dick? That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to scrub actual appreciation of actual coffee out of my body. You can suck my dick. I'm not gonna go fucking 7-Eleven.
I feel dirty when I get like the Arco.
Yeah, dude, that Arco, like, this is like the dangerous. You're like risking your life just for the fact that you need some sort of caffeine or you're going to pass away.
Have you tried the French vanilla mocha sort of push the button shit? I'll do that, like, if I'm really jonesing, like, on the way in.
Have you ever had 7-Eleven pizza?
Yes. Yes, I have. For like $7, it's like $7 pizza.
It's the creepiest shit in the world. I actually walked
5 minutes.
So this actually is fitting in with my schedule of my whole trip. It's going chronological order. It's nice. So I put my shit away after busking and getting some food. I put my shit away I got some Puerto Rican food, which was not great. That place that Dad sent that said, it's Puerto Rican. That's not a place he had been before. Oh. I forgive him or whatever. But I go over there. It's in the shitty part of Brooklyn, which is fine. But I went over there and it said Latin food. And you know, immediately Grandma was like, no. You needed to go to a place that said fucking Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
But it said Latin food. So I'm like, okay. But there were, you know how like the Mexicans, like, you know, like the ears, you know, and like fucking lengua and shit. Like, you know, like it was like there was too much of a lengua vibe. Yeah. And so, but they did have tostones and arroz con gandules and habichuelas. So I got.
Did it taste?
It was okay. It was okay. The tostones were not fucking good. They didn't have olive oil and garlic. They didn't have, like, it wasn't very salty. I had to salt my own tostones.
What?
Okay. This is what I'm saying. Like,
what?
Just because a place says Latin food, like, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the arroz con gandules was okay, but it wasn't like Feliciano style. It wasn't like fucking beat you in the gut. Delicious.
So can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna beat it up. Wait, are we making arroz con gandules? No, we're
Dad
making.
is.
You're gonna fucking. He's gonna make.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he. I never know.
I'm gonna fucking make sure that he does.
I thought our older brother wanted to make tostones.
Yeah,
right?
That's happening.
But
I thought
you
he's doing
can't
the whole
do
thing,
arroz
dude.
con gandules with turkey. I mean, you can.
I think we should tell Dad to forget his turkey and just
Dude,
do
we're
it
just
Pernell.
gonna do fat. No.
What?
Pernell
We're
is
gonna
fucking
have-
delicious, but
we're
you're not
gonna
gonna
have a
make.
turkey as
No.
well.
What do you? Forget his turkey. Okay, I'm
his.
sorry.
We're gonna have two other
I'm
goddamn
sorry.
turkeys.
I apologize. I thought you were saying to scrap
No.
turkey altogether. That's not gonna happen.
It's-
Don't clutch your
please.
breast.
No.
Don't clutch your breast so near me.
It's just pretty
You splashed me with milk.
I was cum.
Okay. How did you inject? Do you inject cum into your own breast? Is that
Yes.
what you did?
Yes. Anytime I just want, it's just a quick...
You squeeze it like a whoopee cushion.
You've seen squirting videos, right?
Of
I
course.
kind of do that with my nipple.
Ew.
I love it.
It's just as much hair too.
Yeah.
Which is.
God. Oh, God.
And it's crusted. It's not like you would squirt.
What?
It's not like you would squirt cum out of your nipple. This is the worst. And it's not like you would squirt cum out of your nipple and then take a lovely warm shower. That's encrusted, almost looks like a Dunkin' Donut served to you by an Indian lady. You know what I mean? Like where you and it like some of the old cum crusts down and falls like dandruff.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah, no.
Arranged, it looks like a snowy wonderland.
That goes into this joke that I was just thinking of.
Oh.
It's another horrible joke.
Okay, I'm ready.
What's the hardest thing about eating a bald pussy?
What?
Getting the diaper back on.
No! God damn it, no! God damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. You know, it's easier though. Why would you even need to put the diaper back on? Just throw the baby away. It's not your baby. You know what I mean? Just you're gonna burn it in a fucking burn it in a desert place anyway. You know what I mean? You're gonna bury it. Might as well hit it with the shovel until it stops crying and then bury it, under a fiery grave.
What's black and blue and hates having sex?
I heard this one. Continue.
The 9-year-old in my basement.
Exactly, right. I'm
What
sorry,
we're talking
everybody. Anyway, so habichuelas, mira.
Oh yeah, Puerto Rican food.
Yeah,
What
Puerto
the
Rican
fuck
food.
did we get?
You
from
don't,
that?
I don't know. You're the one
Sorry.
talking about milk cum coming out of your nipple.
I just said I was squirting. You turned
Yeah.
it into cum. Dusty cum that falls down my...
Dusty Cum.
My belly.
Which is actually the name of my album. Dusty Cum. Was that Winds of Change?
Yes, it was.
Fucking down to Gorky Park.
imagine.
I don't even know what Gorky Park is. What's Gorky Park?
It's a place inside of you.
No, I think Gorky Park has to do with the Cold War. Isn't that song about the Cold War or something?
I don't know, man.
Russian soldiers down to Gorky Park.
No.
You don't even remember the lyrics.
I don't remember.
You haven't listened to enough Scorpions. Take me in the magic of the moment on a dark night.
I'm not ashamed to say no. I haven't listened to enough.
Have you ever
Scorpions.
seen God damn it, Gentlemen Broncos?
No.
Great
we didn't
fucking
talk
movie.
about that.
Did
You
we?
told me to go watch that. And
Napoleon
said, "Fuck
Broncos or Napoleon Dynamite's director. Okay. So the third movie he did. So Nacho Libre was second, and the third was Gentlemen Broncos. It has one of the guys from Flight of the Conchords, the funny one, and and then also what's his face? God damn it! It has the bitch from who's part of the whole. Best in Show, the one who's like, oh my god, I can't see. I gotta look this up now. Gentlemen Broncos, my son. You're my son. You're my child.
Pretty sure that we talked about this exact same thing.
Okay, Google. Gentlemen Broncos.
Gentlemen Broncos is a 2009 movie directed by Jared Hess, starring Mike White, Jermaine Clement, and Sam Rockwell.
Thanks, Cutie Pie.
Thank you.
Gentlemen Broncos. Mirar. Let
me see a picture.
It's this broad cast.
This chick.
Okay, Sam Rockwell. It's Jennifer Coolidge. She's a part of the whole. Best in Show. Who's that guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm backing that ass up.
Right, exactly.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, great fucking movie. Really funny.
She has nice boobs.
Stifler's mom?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where did we see her boobs?
That chick. Well, no, I mean just the shape and the voluptuousness.
Oh, yeah. She probably has hefty ones.
Look at that.
What was I saying? Okay, so I had habichuelas, and then I went, and then so it was lackluster. I got to tell you.
Sad.
So yeah, if you're in Brooklyn and you want to go to La Isla Cuchifrita, although the name is fucking cool,
It is nice.
it's not a great place.
It makes you think.
I didn't have any of the fun fried stuff. So
Did you go like super late or something? Maybe it was just like you got a
no,
shitty
I mean
shift.
it was a weird spot. None of the people spoke English, which is fine, but like. I don't know. You sacrifice something when, like, okay, I want it super authentic. You know what I mean? Like all the Bay Area kids want, like, super authentic. But then you go to it, and there are some hole in the walls that are not good, kids. Like, just because it's a hole in the wall doesn't mean it's great. You know what I mean? Like, I would at least like to know that I can communicate what I actually want to eat to the motherfucker who's gonna serve it. You know what I mean? Instead of like, huh, what?
Just let me communicate with you that this is what I want. If you can't understand that this is what I
Right.
want, get me someone who can.
Right. And then you burn the place down and put a cross in the front
exactly.
yard. But
Zig.
there's so I had that, and then I put my shit down and ate some food, and then went to the Comedy Cellar. And my plan was I wanted to go to the Comedy Cellar because I'd heard about it for years, and I wanted to just experience it and go real inside.
Sit down.
Yeah, because I'd heard Patrice O'Neill talking about it, and Jim Norton and Colin Quinn, all my favorites for years and years and years, and I just wanted to fucking experience it for real. And so I went, and it was Friday night, and it was too late to be able to buy reservations. And so I just went, and they said, well, we can't guarantee you'll get in, but whatever, and that's what it said online. So I went to show up to the 8:45 show. I got there at about 8:20, and they had already been filled up even for people who were waiting on the line to like whatever. And he said, well, at 9:45 we're going to start taking roll call for, backup, to fill up, for the 10:30 show. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like I want to be here bad enough, so fuck it. So I went walking around. I got some shitty bubble tea, and
You want Balba?
well, I like bubble tea, but I didn't want it cold because it was cold.
Oh.
So I asked for some warm tea. I just wanted like a cup of fucking regular
Milk
ass
tea.
tea.
Yeah.
Not milk tea, not even with
just-
bubbles in it. I just wanted tea. And so I got tea, but it was already sweetened with the fucking sugar or whatever, which, was fine. I was already cheating on a motherfucker. So I got that and waited around for a little bit, and then my phone was pretty well charged, and I just kind of walked around, made a phone call, and then I went back online and waited for like 45 minutes. Got my name first in line.
Oh, nice.
I was the first guy online, and whatever. And I was just the stupid loner guy, being a creep outside the Comedy Cellar. I saw Mateo Lane leave, who's a comedian. I saw a couple of other people. I saw Keith Robinson go in, who I love. But I thought he was going to be on the show. He wasn't on the show. I don't know why. Maybe he was just getting there early to wait for the 12 o'clock show. Anyway, so they said, okay, I put my name on the list, and then I waited for another, half hour, and said, come back at about 10:30. So I showed up at 10:10 just in case. And so they called my name, and I got in and just sat down, in the back, and got some mozzarella sticks and some Diet Coke, because Diet Coke might as well help for something.
Exactly. Sensible.
Right, and there's no free refills, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to fucking the Comedy Cellar, for Diet
One
goddamn
drink.
Coke. And so I got mozzarella sticks and $8 on Diet Coke as well. So that's fine. And I think all told with the ticket and everything, I think it was like $50 with tip as well.
Cool.
So it wasn't bad. And I got to see a bunch of people. One of them was this black girl who was pretty good, but I had already seen her do like all of that material on Conan, so it was like, it was all right. And then there was this fucking hilarious motherfucker named Daniel Simonson. He's from Norway. He was a weird motherfucker. He's fucking funny as a motherfucker. Wow. So he was really funny. And then rounding out the show was fucking Dave Attell. So I got to see Dave Attell, and that was really cool to see him live, and he was absolutely murdered it. Yeah. And so that was really cool.
Did you meet him?
No. I waited around like a creep, but I couldn't. Yeah, I didn't.
You'd already been there for 4 fucking hours. Why not?
Right. Damn. But I waited around like a creep, and then I was going to go to the Pomfret place. There was like this, you ever seen the Comedians in Cars episode with Gad Elmaleh?
No.
Elmaleh or whatever? Funny dude. He's all right anyway. The fact that Seinfeld likes him and all these other comedians like him, I know he's funny. I haven't seen any of his stand-up, but I'm like, fuck it. Actually, the same as with Keith Robinson. I haven't seen 1 minute of Keith Robinson's stand-up, but I just love the fact that he's a part of the group. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm ranting too much.
No.
Like,
I'm good. I'm listening. I actually care about this.
Are you gonna listen to this episode too? What a little fucking queer.
No, I'm listening to it right now. In my head.
Shut up.
Just continue.
Shut
up.
Continue
your fucking ranting.
Hate you.
I'm just gonna fall asleep here.
Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah.
You're talking about.
There was this other bitch on the show though. You ever heard of Ryan Hamilton?
No.
So he's funny. And he had a Netflix special, and everybody has a fucking Netflix special. But anyway, I went and saw Ryan Hamilton, or he was there too on the show, and he was really funny. And then the next comedian was some other broad who was super annoying, but immediately she was like, "Hey, everybody seems to be in a good mood. I'm gonna fuck that up," trying to joke.
Yeah.
But then she came in with the weird attitude, and everybody was just kind of quiet. She tries 1 or 2 jokes, they don't really land, and so what she did was, all right, I'm going to try, I'm going to keep going, and you know what? I just need y'all to laugh like I'm a white guy in order to, judgmentalize, in order to, guilt everybody in the room into laughing. This is what I can't stand about the victim culture. You can't be a funny person and also be self-pitying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be self-deprecating, self-pitying, I'm a fucking idiot or whatever. That's funny in some ways. Not the way I said it, obviously. But, you can't be berating people into laughing. That doesn't fucking work.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's also just saying, hey, the only reason you aren't laughing at my jokes right now is not my timing, not my writing.
Or my shitty attitude.
My shitty attitude.
Came
the fact
in,
that I'm a female.
Right. She came in whining. You know what I mean? Of course everyone's not going to go, you know what? Let's feel good for her. Yay! There were a couple of jokes she said that were really funny. Yeah. But she also intentionally was trying to put all the dudes on a defensive, which I understand if that's your shtick or whatever, but you could feel it. The girls in the room were not on board, and of course the guys in the room aren't going to be on board. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it was almost okay, if you're not on board with this shaming that I'm doing, then it's because you're a part of the patriarchy too. Okay. You know what I mean? Which is just you're a boring, intellectually boring person. You know what I mean? It's not about, and maybe she was just having a bad night, you know what I mean? Or someone had just dumped her, so she's super mad at women or at men, and I get it. Yeah. But think about if a dude had gone up there and said that same shit. You know what I mean? If you're a black lady, I'm here to make you feel bad. We would all be what the fuck is wrong with you?
All right then.
You know what I mean? But I listened, and I gave her, I listened to what she was saying, and I didn't intentionally shit on what she was saying, but I respectfully, I didn't heckle her or anything, but I was just looking at her okay, I'm ready for your 8 minutes to be up whenever you are, baby.
Was it a lot of feminist jokes? And
there were a couple of, it was more like a race thing, and it was just weird, man. It was just a fucking,
Yeah. I do have to agree with you that your sentiment of the worst black person
isn't that weird? I actually had
not college educated, but just with a big sense of I'm a victim, but I also need to stand up for the right man, and here, give me my safe space and all that bullshit.
Right, dude. Legit ass, straight up black females, college females would not be fun. at a barbecue, niggas don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean? Like, you would be clowned on for fucking sure. Like, yeah, we already know, that white people have shit on us. Would you fucking drop it for a goddamn minute? Yeah. Would you just be fun at a barbecue? Black girls from college are not fun at... Okay, I'll rephrase that. Black girls who are militant at Berkeley and Oakland, you're not fucking having fun at the barbecue. Yeah. No one likes you. No one fucking... Even your cousins don't fucking like you, bitch. Calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, be fucking real.
It's like, just stop, dude. Like, no one likes people who get overly offensive, because then you're fucking watching what the hell you're gonna say, what you're gonna say, and then nothing is really authentic. Right? You're just fucking, maybe I won't say this around this person, and not necessarily on purpose, but thinking about
and I've actually had, because I was worried about posting that like on purpose, but I was like, I put it out there, and I actually had a black guy like it.
And it's not to say that all black females, if you're educated or whatever,
no, burn them down to the ground. Let's find them. Actually, let's get our guns and go out into the street and kill all black people.
All right, you've convinced me. Let's go.
Woohoo! Anyway, yeah, there's been a lot of fucking, like good reviews. Like, you sent me that thing saying like, I really love that molestation joke.
I laughed so fucking hard. So hard. I was like,
dude, Matthew Banks is a funny motherfucker. We had a lot of fun.
He sounds, every once in a while, he sounded a lot like fucking King of the Hill. What the hell is his name? Damn it, Bobby?
Bobby?
Yeah. Damn it, no, the dad.
Hank Hill.
Yeah.
He sounded like Hank Hill. Yeah. I can hear that.
Damn it, Bobby.
With propane
accessories.
You know what I've noticed?
What?
I say like on some episodes way too fucking much. Especially, if I'm in a political... I think part of it was... Which one was I listening to?
Say the N-word.
I was listening... Okay. Nigga like nigga. That's how I... Or sometimes I say... What's that one I say a lot is like... The bottom line is... I say bottom line is, or like... I can't remember. Anyway, like when listening to my old episodes, I'm like, Jesus fucking... Ugh.
Man, we all talk like that. Like, I'll catch myself just in, whatever... God, what the fuck will I say?
The Kmart.
I was like, the whole thing is, or, really the gist, or generally, whatever the fuck, when really, there's no need for it.
Yeah, you say that phrase a lot, or can I come yet? Those are the two ones
that
really...
Daddy? Can I come in, Daddy? Am I pretty for you?
All right. Anyway, before we get back to the New York story, you said something about the Good Girl. You said you were listening to the Good Girl episode, and it was very...
I liked the Good Girl episode, and I definitely agreed, or not agreed.
That you like sucking dick too?
I love sucking dick. No, at first I asked if she had licked this microphone.
Right. I wouldn't put it past her.
My first thing. And
right.
I mean, I think I see spit.
Yeah, it's probably left over
like a
from
snail. I'm just kidding.
Right, that's exactly. But yeah, no, it was I remember with the other thing. Don't worry.
But
yes, sir.
The fuck, man.
Oh, that's what she said. You needed to have somebody lick your asshole. So we need to maybe start a GoFundMe.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
We need to get a GoFundMe together to get somebody to lick your anus.
Just do it right now?
I could, but I just
do it.
I haven't brushed my teeth in like 4 days, so I'm really liking that taste. Oh. So I'd like to just keep that tartar taste before
the garlic knot feel.
Right, the garlic knot taste.
I can
before I lick your garlic knot.
I'll go eat a bunch of garlic knots, and that way it can be like a human
essence.
Centipede.
There's an essence.
Just evacuate into your mouth. Just evacuate.
I can just imagine. I can just imagine it looks like an SOS pad down there, but like if someone chewed up a nutrageous part.
My wife keeps asking to let her Brazilian my ass crack. Yeah, it's like wiping a marker, and it's just I gotta make it cleaner. And then you can have at my colon.
Nutrageous.
I
guess it's better to like have nutrageous than it would be to like Three Musketeers.
But chewed up.
Like a chalky Three Musketeers, wet. Like that would be worse probably. That means like there's something wrong with your intestines.
It's an almond roca. It's really what
it comes out looking like a Ferrero Rocher.
I really want to So I found this website of all those jokes.
Yes.
The 50 jokes.
Yeah, no, please.
All right.
Was that one of them?
Those
the one
two
about
the diaper one was one of them. And there's a few on here which are fucking great. And there's other ones which are just, it's okay. I'll hit the highlights.
Thank you.
Pedophiles are fucking immature assholes.
Yeah! That's great. I like that. That sneaks up on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's the difference between a woman and a computer?
What?
You can punch information into a computer.
This is great. You came prepared.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. How do you get a gay guy to fuck a woman?
What?
Shit in her cunt.
I've heard that one before.
I actually
That's a fun one.
Oh god, dude. How do Ethiopians celebrate their kid's first birthday?
How?
By putting flowers on the grave.
Yeah!
How can you tell if your wife is dead?
How?
The sex is the same, but the dishes start piling up.
Yeah, that's I like that. I like that.
Number 12 is feminism.
No. I love that Ethiopian one. I really like that one that Matthew told about there are black people on my family tree. They're still hanging there.
Still hanging there. Say what you want about pedophiles, but they do drive slower in school zones.
That's great.
Yeah, we already know about that one. What's white on top and black on bottom?
Oh, no, what?
U.S. culture.
Okay, all right.
Damn it, dude. There was one other one. There was a few down here, I think, that was going. How do you swat 200 flies at one time?
How?
Hit an Ethiopian in the face with a frying pan. There, you got that one. What's the difference between jelly and jam?
What?
I can't jelly my dick down a baby's throat.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, no!
What's 9 inches long?
This is just the worst. Why are you doing this?
This is worse. Oh, this is the best. What's 9 inches long, pink, and makes my girlfriend scream when I put it in her mouth?
What?
Her miscarriage.
Yes! Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. I knew it. Oh, that's great.
What do Sarah Palin and Iron Man have in common?
Oh, no, what?
They both had a Downey Jr. inside of them.
This is the stupid.
What's the difference between a Jew and Harry Potter?
What?
Harry Potter can escape the chamber. But it's the gas.
I don't know. No, I'm aware of what it was, but I don't know. This is what I'm saying. I was just over at Phil's Coffee, and they had like old, like, signage that was very Harry. Like everybody was like a Harry Potter theme. I can't do this. This is what I'm saying. Nowhere in. Oh,
You just hate Harry Potter.
oh, you motherfuckers! Why are you calling me right now?
Whamp.
Here, let's see if I. As long as it doesn't share information.
You're getting cut.
Hang on. Hello.
Hi, this is the dental clinic at Chinatown Public Health Center. Can I speak to Peter?
This is him.
Oh, hi, Peter. I'm calling to confirm your dental appointment for tomorrow morning at 9:16.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna be there.
Okay, thank you. See
Thank
tomorrow
you.
then.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
He's
Kisses.
coming naked. A black, a Muslim, and a Mexican jump off a cliff to see who gets to the bottom first. Who wins?
A black, a Muslim, or a Mexican?
All three together.
Okay, I don't know who.
Society.
Wait, who gets to the bottom first?
Yeah, who wins is the question.
Oh, who wins?
And then society. You were too caught up with your dental, your dental lady.
But so anyway, Harry Potterness. You can't like enough with the like. Why are San Franciscans obsessed with staying childish?
That wasn't even like a Harry Potter joke. Like
No, I know that, but I'm saying like it just made me. I just wanted to rant about
hating
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Because I don't like these
hate
motherfuckers.
magic.
Even if,
Where was my my
No,
letter.
but listen, but Brooklyn wouldn't. Even Brooklyn hipsters wouldn't do that. They're not gonna fucking dress up and do LARPing.
No.
Like that's a Bay Area specific thing. And I know we have. You're not. I'm not saying you're not a LARPer. I'm not saying that you are. But I'm saying like there's something to be said for like growing up. You know what I mean? Where like these fucking, if you're working at Phil's, fat bitch with a fro on top who's not taking care of her puss. Like you can tell a fat girl's not. She's not like, if you're fat, just try. Like, you know what I mean? But like if you're at Phil's and you're like Team Hufflepuff, like, yeah, no shit, you are a Hufflepuff, bitch. Like, and by the way, the only people who are fucking you, like, oh, that's another rant I was gonna go on.
Yes.
These fun jokes that you're saying.
Are wonderful.
No. I'm just thinking, should I cut that call out? I think I should cut that call out. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
Let's hear it back. I mean, the only thing is everyone's going to know that you're going to be at a dental appointment.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
Everybody knows that I'm going to be around Chinese people at some point.
Where are you? You're in San Francisco. Of course you are.
Yeah. But the thing about those jokes,
yes.
the thing about those jokes is that those are only enjoyed, like nobody who's super offended by those jokes, super offended, meaning you're fine if you're offended to that, but like people who want to shut down those jokes are never going to have as much fun as we just had.
Oh, fuck no.
And in fact,
no.
and people who want to shut down jokes like that haven't been fucked properly.
Yeah.
Like only nasty like nobody at Berkeley is getting railed fucking hard. You know what I mean? Like, and fucking put away wet. Nobody's getting fucking beat the fuck up and pounded and then like has energy and mental capacity to like go march. You know what I mean? You only have mental capacity to go march if you're not like texting some guy like who makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside and excited and dangerous. You're not fucking like, it's because you're not getting fucked.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Right, and I'll take care of you, bitch. Fucking, I'll take one of those hoses and like wash out your puss from like a block away. I'll, put your thumb over most of the hose. Spray some like squirt some Dawn on it. Just
hazmat suit and shit.
Right. Throw a razor at you so you can shave it down.
What do I do with this?
Right.
She just starts cutting herself.
I'm fine with that.
God.
Any girl, like if they've been
nice.
if they've been fucked up enough to cut themselves, they're kind of probably more fun in the sack. I'm fine.
Oh
with that.
God, man, crazy bitches are awesome. Mm-hmm. Crazy, what is that song? Crazy bitches got the best pussy.
Is that a song?
Yeah, by Big. Is it Big Sean? Something like that. Crazy bitches. Oh no, Problem. It's by Problem.
Who's that? Is that some white rapper that I
No.
don't know?
No.
You're
It's
so much
fucking
more.
Problem.
You're so much more like Linkin Park ICP than I am.
No, how dare you? How dare you? I'm one step closer to the edge, okay, and I'm about to break.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
No,
how come
fuck you, dude.
Let's pause real quick. Okay. Why? This is another thing about a dead singer. This is another thing about a dead singer.
I didn't give a shit.
I'm sorry that he's dead. I wish him nothing but his family, safety and love. But crawling in my skin. It's like every song is about how you're not getting a fair shake. Sack up, cocksucker. Sack the fuck up. Oh, he has depression. Like, yeah, but every fucking song is about the same. Those aren't just the singles. Like, every song is, I hate you, mom.
Yeah.
You're a fucking child. Every
feel.
song is about, I hate you, mom. That's like the same thing with, every song by that fucking band is about like, I'm serious, I'm angry.
So I agree with you. No, I agree because it's almost like a pandering, right? It's like we're just gonna create this I'm very sad and angry music in order to get money and feed into people's emotions. I just don't agree with it 100%. I don't respect.
But
any
you
of that
seem
music.
much more of a. You seem
I
like
did when I was like 13, 14. Yes,
whatever.
I was listening to it.
Lies.
I remember Korn. I remember Mudvayne.
Korn was different. Korn was different.
In the beginning.
Oh, did they eventually go more like
Fucking
emotional?
God. No, it's just the same sort of fucking rinse repeat bullshit.
Right.
Kind of like Disturbed.
Like every bass line, was it Monkey? Is the name? Yeah,
something like that.
Every bass line, it's always like I'm gonna tune my bass E down to like a fucking D, so it sounds really
really bad.
Every bass line is the same with that fucking band.
Exactly.
I've heard Alex seems to be into them. I think Alex, the guy who was on episode 6 or whatever. Yeah, he seemed really into Korn. So I don't know.
Okay, so like when I was young, and I was unlearned,
A wee boy.
a wee babe. I did like all that. I listened to it, and back when I was feeling really emotional and all that jazz.
Right.
And then
I don't know why you needed to do your swaddling clothing.
this is how I do it.
This is our dance. And I dance.
I'm being Chris Cornell right now.
And you look like Timbaland. So
Why, thank you. I am their love child. I am what happened in 2008.
All right, continue.
Anyway, so I stopped. Yeah, I realized that it was all just the same bullshit.
Mudvayne was that one song. Dig is the shit, dude.
Yes, the first album, and then sort of the second-ish. Some of the second album.
I've only, I think, heard that one song. Like Dig is fucking like that opening, and then when it opens up, dude. Have you ever run to that song? Like,
no, I don't run.
That was good. That was quick. I know, but I mean, like, if you ever if you want to just like, when I've been running, like, like that song, just gets me fucking. That or Rage Against the Machine is perfect for that.
When I'm driving quickly, I may say this.
That's terrifying.
I'm not a big fan of Rage Against the Machine.
No, I know. Thank you very much. Okay. Did you see my I posted? Or you're not on Instagram, are you?
No.
What a little fucking queer.
I don't give a shit to devote any sort of time to that.
Well, yeah, but you're on fucking Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
So why are you doing that but on Instagram?
I'm a lazy cunt who doesn't give a shit.
Come on, boy. Anyway.
I'll get on it just for you, so that way I can...
Yeah. I think a little food came up.
Pizza rolls. What the fuck were we just talking about?
I don't know, goddammit. This is stupid. Not just that, but I'm paying a lot of money for this. I'm investing in this. This is what's sad about my life, is that I'm investing in whatever bullshit we're doing right now. What am I saying? I'm saying, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Mudvayne.
Oh,
running,
right. Running.
Mudvayne. I drive quickly.
Yeah, no, you said you're not a fan of... There we go, Rage Against the Machine. Here's what's... The problem with Rage Against the Machine. They're a great song, but that's it. It's one... they're one song over and over. Like, great, cool. Open D. Congratulations. Tom Morello's a fucking virtuoso. It's the same fucking chords over and over, and now I'm going to move up a half step. Yeah. Oh, amazing.
And put it through this filter.
Yeah, we're going to make a fucking... by the way, actually, that's what's weird about this morning. I saw... some picture of the Buddhist, the famous picture of the Buddhist monk who self-immolated, and Rage Against the Machine put on their first album, I think it was, and I just had the thought, like, if you're all that into it, Tom Morello is still like waving the flag of like, I'm gonna, I'm sure Zach is somewhere, being fucking super like into peace and all that bullshit too, but like, at least Tom Morello is like out there and making music. It may not be good, but he's making it. But the thing about that idea is that these guys are like, I'm so in love with some Buddhist monk who's going to self-immolate, and yet they're also preaching this idea that Bush was the same, and that Trump is the same, just evil and devils and white supremacy and blah 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 blah. But they're not willing to self-immolate.
No. Why aren't you on fire?
Why aren't you on fire right now? Sacrifice, bitch. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, your kids are going to be fine financially for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? You could have self-immolated. But no, you're renegades of funk.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real. Yeah. Renegades of Funk is dog shit. Yeah. Renegades of Funk. What are you, fucking 45?
No.
This is like, well, now they are, but when they came out with that, they weren't fucking 45. That's a move. Renegades of Funk. That's a fucking, I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt and listen to, Beach Boys. You know what I mean? Fucking when they did, on the Florida Key. Like, that's what I'm a renegade of funk. Fucking corny shit.
I feel like the Rage Against the Machine just makes me feel like a whole hipster hippie vibe, and
Right.
it's just dirty.
You just feel like you
just-
have
I
your
feel it's
beard
like-
is not far from
That's just
what
because
you
I haven't
call it.
shaved in a very long time. But like, it's a whole feeling of. People. It's like a fake Rage Against the Machine. Like, I don't believe any of your message
Right.
at all. I think
But
you're just a fakey bullshit.
But it's fun for the idea. I mean, do you at least feel that? Like, I could listen. I could listen to Evil Empire
I'm not
like
gonna-
the first 4 songs.
Yeah.
And then, but like by the 5th song, I'm like, all right, we get it.
Yes.
You're against the machine. I understand.
Good
All
for
right,
you.
move.
Exactly.
Move on. Same thing with Linkin Park. Same thing with, it's like, okay, Linkin Park is a bad example because they're just fucking,
Crawling
they're
back.
like 311 without any of the talent. Like, even 311 has like 2 or 3 songs which
Yeah.
are fucking amazing.
Really good.
And the rest of it is dog
Yeah.
shit.
Why? Who
If it's-
let you right?
If it's not Transistor, what's the ones? Transistor. I could even get down with Down. But Transistor, Down, Beautiful Disaster.
Oh yeah, Amber.
I don't like Amber.
Amber will get the chicks wet, but that's,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the color of my energy. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay, just keep sucking my dick. I don't care.
Cum is the color.
This makes me feel like I'm important and wanted. Yeah. God, I'm a dick.
I love you.
What-
Oh God, am I glad I'm married?
I know, right? Whoa, Amber is the Why does every female feel the need to like this dance? Just sashaying, like swaying back and forth. I'm a dancer. Just swaying back and forth.
Sometimes it's like,
I'm sorry, girls. Every episode, I am just ragging on
have
women.
sex with
Every
me.
fucking episode.
I believe your free speech is it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You should speak freely.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think some of it has to do. I think some of it there is something to be said for the fact that I'm just a little bitter. You know what I mean? I also don't think it's that bad of a bad of an issue if there's a reason for the bitterness. But it's not that I'm bitter. I can handle. I'm a good daddy. Like I can handle your fucking asses, but I do need to express it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I express it to the females when appropriate. But sometimes you can't just tell the girl, at Phil's to wash her puss. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. So this is a place for me to do that. This is a place for me to act out fantasies of using a fucking fire hose on that fucking stinky
Just
cunt.
imagining you like taking that snippet and just passing it along the counter to Phil's chick. Just listen.
Just listen.
Just take a listen.
I know.
This
I
is
know.
a message
Shh,
for you.
I know. I know. It's very. I know. Amber is the color of your energy. I know, baby. All right. Okay. All right. Can we just? All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you don't care about having a relationship. Oh, wow. So different. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Do you just like run into people constantly who are just like just pissing you off? Like, do you just
No, I know it sounds that way,
You're like,
but no, I
prejudging,
just.
you fucking cunt.
There's nowhere else. That's the thing is that Patrice O'Neill talked about it too. Have you listened to any Black Phillip?
No.
So get into Black Phillip. Black Phillip was Patrice O'Neill's show.
Okay.
And he called it Black Phillip because he said he's like the Black Dr. Phil. And Black Phillip was very much like, and he said it's like, not every show is like a relationship show, but like where else can you go to just talk shit about females? You know what I mean? Or to have a different point of view. Anywhere in regular, and hopefully that's part of the reason. I'm not saying that every show, although I haven't had like a tame show in a while. It's been a lot of, except for the one with Lily where I didn't cuss. What?
Go ahead. I wanted you to cuss so many times, and I cussed for you a few times. I also wanted her to say "niet."
Niet. That's a callback, ladies and gentlemen. Russians have they're the only ones willing to do rape porn, but they are bad at acting.
Niet.
Niet. Niet. Niet. I am your cousin. Niet. Niet. Do not rape me. I am your cousin. Niet. But like, that's the thing about having this episode or having this podcast is like, where else can you really go to just talk shit? You know what I mean? Like, because the reality is that you can turn on any
even like dude-centric shows, you can't say certain things. You can't express certain feelings. But if you can go on The View and say fuck men a million times and just up and down talk about small dicks and talk, you could talk shit on mainstream media on any level about whatever dude's shit.
As long as your followers are willing to listen to it, and then the advertisers are willing to
Well,
say,
of course
okay.
they are, because advertisements right now are not going to get mad at anybody saying talking shit about men. But you got to have a place to have a different point of view. You know what I mean? Like, like you got to have a place, and this is that fucking place. God damn it! You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I want to have the ability to say everything.
I may not agree with everything that is said on here, and there's a couple times I'm just like, shut. What?
All right,
No.
let's do it. No, let's get into it now.
Not you, other people.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you look so downhearted. Like I'm ready to fight. Oh.
No, but I mean, some things we've discussed that we've disagreed on or whatever.
Well,
but
I do want to get into.
All right, let's do it.
I do want to get into.
I'm doing a dance.
What are your feelings on Yet? No, what are your feelings on? Okay, so let me back this up.
Okay, you want to talk shit about other guests first? Not
No.
talk shit, but like.
Well, no. Here's my whole thing, right? Like, I want to talk about. Like,
I've already seen your whole thing.
Healthcare.
It's a SOS pen.
I forgot who the fuck you were talking with. I think it was the female Trump supporter chick, and she was like super like, oh, fuck your healthcare or whatever the fuck. I can't remember who it was, so I may be misquoting it. But
All right.
my whole thing is
You're just gonna shit on Danny.
yeah, fuck it, fuck everyone. Yes, I don't believe. I believe in
Universal health care?
not commercialism.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. Thank you. Jesus fuck.
Right.
Capitalism, but I believe healthcare
should be one of those that aren't.
Not be a part of it.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Why?
At all. Because I don't think that if you need something in order to live, then you should have to say, well, how the fuck am I going to pay for this? So you're paying to live at that point in fucking time, and then someone else is saying, if you want to live, you need to fucking give me this money. That's unreasonable at all. Like, we could totally take away either I'm willing to pay a little bit more taxes to get it, or take away some of the taxes from this other motherfucker to just pay for the fucking healthcare.
Right.
Because there's been times when, like, when I was making $13 fucking hour.
Right.
When I was hurt with my back, and I was the only one working, you know, and it just wasn't happening. So I needed healthcare for my kid and for me, but there was times I couldn't get shit done, and lots of things. I just feel that if I wouldn't have had the Medi-Cal or whatever the hell it was at that point in time, then we would have been fucked. Right. But a lot of people are all like, no, fuck you, you're on your own.
You have to pay,
It's a whole thing. Fuck you. Meanwhile, it's like I feel that as a race, we should, or as a humanity,
human race,
we should all be interested in, hey, one day I may be 70 something and not be able to, whatever, and I get cancer or some bullshit. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw at this motherfucker, which equates to pay me if you want to live.
Right. No, I mean, I'm not super in. I mean, that's part of the reason why I wanted to cut that phone call out, is because she said Chinatown Public Health Care, and I don't want people to know that I'm going to smell like noodles tomorrow afternoon.
They already know.
Like an SOS pad. Oh shit. This one actually might be. Oh no, I don't. You know what? This one actually might be an important phone call. This is prison. Yeah, let's pause it real quick. Hang on. We'll get back to this. All right. Back in. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Oh, something about. I think I was saying. That was part of the reason why I was like, I wonder if I should cut out that, because I'm a hypocrite. And I'm like, there's a piece of me that's like, I mean, and I said this on the show before, but like. I mean, I'm super into capitalism too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's, the end of the world. I think a lot of socialism is dog shit. But I also think that what the role of the government, the limited role is, you take care of us, cop-wise. You take care of us, as far as roads and shit like that. And you take care of us as far as safety, and health kind of falls into that. You know what I mean? And outside of that, don't tell us, how much we should, don't wrench up, like, the whole bullshit with all of these liberal states which are super Democrat, like New York, were vying for Amazon to move there so fucking bad. They were willing to give them billions of dollars of tax cuts just to get them there. And it's like, isn't that against...
But why the fuck move them there?
Right, but no, but I'm saying, like, isn't that against your whole democratic idea? Is like, higher taxes, we all need to pitch in. No, please come down.
The 1% needs
right.
to pay.
You're going to wrench up the public's, but not the private sector. Like, keep those taxes down, which is fine by me. But I'm just saying, don't be hypocrites when it comes to, But anyway, I'm a fucking hypocrite when it comes to, like, the fact that... But I also know that I can't afford, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I could do less podcast episodes, work harder, and therefore, pay $300 a month for health, besides copays. But I can't make that work right now with all the shit that I'm doing outside of that. And I'm not... I don't care about my health, which is not good.
Yeah.
But, like, there's only been a couple of times where I'm like, wait, do I have cancer? And they're like, I go to the doctor maybe, like, once every year, once every 2 years, when I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to die.
You want to get felt up.
Right.
Someone
or when, right now, where, like, my teeth are, like, in, I need to have that taken care of. Teeth pain is not... fucking around.
It's not cool.
I cannot focus on my life when I have teeth pain, dude.
I chipped this tooth fucking yesterday.
It looks fine to me. What are you talking about? It's on
the backside. I was drinking a fucking big ass, canteen.
I don't like you doing that hand gesture. I was sucking a sharp penis.
I was shucking this dick. Anyway, I was taking a thing and I was drinking, but I was also driving. And it came, and it dripped all down my side, and I go, oh no, and I bashed the thing with my tooth into the
Is there a
fucking
video in your
wheel.
truck?
No.
Please let me see that.
I go, oh god.
Go. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. That's exactly what happened, but with my tooth, and then I got really pissed, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
I dripped water on myself, and then broke my tooth. Anyway, sorry, yeah.
Anyway, but like,
sucks.
so tooth pain is a motherfucker. But anyway, did you know right away that you chipped your tooth, or is that
yes.
like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, I've broken enough teeth.
But I'm like,
oh, that's broken.
I know that I'm taking advantage of the system, but I also know that, like, it's not the end of the world. But I also feel like,
are you taking advantage of the system, or should it just be the fucking system? It should be the system that
yeah,
you
but okay,
should
wait,
not worry about.
But
should I work and do what I love, or should I live?
Just because, but I'm also being a hypocrite. I'm also, let's be fucking real.
How?
I'm being because I believe in capitalism, and I'm not saying, even if, okay, here's a better example. I should, even if I believe in capitalism, but I'm a little hesitant on, because I am hesitant. I think maybe universal healthcare would be a good idea.
Yeah.
At the same time, I haven't seen a system so far that's done it well. You know what I mean? Canada, like, it's kind of hazy when it comes to, like, how long people wait for shit. But people wait here pretty, sometimes. Or quality. I also think quality and time can sometimes be wrenched up if you have, at the same time. I'm just because I'm hesitant on it, and even if I believed in healthcare, I know that I'm taking advantage of the system. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I know that.
I'm not saying because it's universal healthcare, the doctors should make less, the nurses should make less, or whatever the fuck. All I'm saying is that pay them what the fuck they're worth, but don't make me as the fucking, American, person have to worry about if I'm going to be able to buy my kid food or go see the doctor, because I have this foot sore or whatever the fuck that is just bleeding and whatever the fuck.
Ew.
Or, it never happened. I'm just
no, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Because copays can be really expensive. And,
I can't work anymore. Yeah. Sorry, you don't have $100,000.
Now, but at the same time, sometimes the argument might be, well, then you need a better job that has a pension, or have a better job that has better health care. Agreed. But at the same time, agreed. But at the same time, it's sometimes it's slim pickings when it comes to that.
Why should my job dictate if I'm going to live or not?
The valid argument. Yeah. No, that's a valid argument.
Let me fucking live and go do what the fuck I want. If I want to make $5 a fucking hour, fine. But don't make me worried about if I get cancer or I get in a fucking car accident, I can't work anymore, or whatever. I don't have healthcare to be able to heal, and then, whatever. Well, maybe I didn't mean to throw and can't work anymore, but let's say I get in an accident and I have to go to the fucking hospital.
Right.
And I can't pay for it. Now
Right.
I have all these bills which are going to ruin my fucking credit.
Right.
When really all I wanted to fucking do was live.
Right.
Or not have a broken leg.
So I get what you're saying. I also feel like there's something to be said for the idea of just, there are people like me. And I'm not taking super advantage. Let's be fucking real. Chinatown Public Health Center once a year to make sure I'm not dying is not me taking advantage of the system. You know what I mean? Once a year because I have a tooth pain that is fucking killing me. You know what I mean? Like, and have these. I mean, and let's be fucking real too. Yeah, okay, I'm taking advantage of the system, but like all of these equipments are from like the 90s. Like all of the, you know what I mean? The tile is from the 70s. Like this is weird fluorescent shit. Like sitting in the dentist chair the other day, my back fucking hurts. Like, and plus I'm not getting like, root canals and shit. Like that's expensive shit. I'm having them take out a fucking tooth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like shit's not going well. Like, which is it's my mistake. I decided not to go to fucking college and be a fucking stupid musician. You know what I mean? Like I decided to do that shit. I decided to not work at a trade like you are. So I get it.
Dude, it doesn't change much for if you're in a fucking trade. Now you just have, a broken fucking finger or whatever the fuck, and
right.
You still have to work.
Yeah, that's true. But like, but I mean, like, I could have made decisions differently. You know what I mean? And so I don't put it on the state. There are people who take advantage of the system, and to a gross degree. So I understand the idea of let's not let motherfuckers take advantage of the system. You know what I mean? Like, just because, I can't pay for this or that doesn't mean, there's lots of people who, I don't know. Patrice used to talk about it too, how his mom would work as well as get government assistance, but she was single parent, which is, that's a big fucking issue. There should be two people. But, even though she got government assistance, it still wasn't enough to take care of all that shit. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Which is shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also think like with all of the money that San Francisco is getting for taking care of everybody, let's take it, let's do, at least in Chinatown Public Health Center, it's dog shit. You know what I mean? Like it's weird old equipment, and you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying they're not sanitary, but you know what I mean? When I look in the corner and like there's dust bunnies in my dental office, like where's all the money going? You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that it's all bureaucrats just piling up the dough and living in Pacific Heights, but like there's something to be said for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So everybody's taking advantage of the system in one way.
Yeah, but if your budget for the system as we have it right now is fucking pennies, you got to stretch that out and deal with the little shit, the fucking shit from the 90s or whatever the fuck. Which is fine by me. I just wanted my fucking tooth pain to stop. That's all, I just want, you know what I mean? As long as I don't die. Yeah. And what's weird too, here's what's weird about this stupid idea. This is how shitty I am. I hope you fucking listeners understand that at least I'm fucking honest, all right? And at least, where else are you going to get somebody saying in public that they're taking advantage of the system and talking about how stupid they are and hypocritical? Here's how shitty I am. I was actually saying, and I'm not like saying that excuses all of my behavior, but like, I think part of the reason why I'm willing to just say fuck it and, and I'm probably going to need to get a better job if I really am, not just I need to work harder, which means I'm just going to have to say fuck it to sleep and record, hopefully people can, I can record podcast episodes in the middle of the night and shit and just do it that way. I did one a few weeks ago with Danny at like 7:00 in the morning, you know what I mean? Like I'm, whatever, fuck it. But see how much it's aggravating for you. But like the reality is if I'm doing this, part of the reason why I'm willing to take that 90s, and the dust bunnies is that there is a stupid idea in my head, which may be true, but probably isn't, that I'll be rich and famous sometime in the next 5 years, and then I can, and then I can have the state of and just get new teeth. Then, fuck it, you could take out a teeth now, you know what I mean?
which is not good. It's a stupid, it's a childish
We
thing
all
to
have
think.
that, man. I've thought the same thing. Oh, if I could just make it a little bit more, and if I could just do this, then I'll be okay. And then
Right.
it's just this super fucking cycle.
Right. Which is not true though, because I have gotten better. I've made more money, and I've gotten, the podcast and the going to New York and all this stuff. I'm moving in the right direction. And it seems so are you, and so are all of us, right? Most of us anyway. And there's ups and downs.
Shooting that way.
But, I think, I don't know. It's just a weird thing,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's not a mature thing to think like, that, I'm putting money away, or like, I just need, I'll be rich and famous. I mean, bottom line is, really, as fucking gay as this is, and no one should ever bank on this, if I do make it, I'm gonna fucking take care of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, if I do make it, mom will have a house. You know what I mean? Dad will have. You know what I mean?
The only
Like,
reason I share your stuff is to get a house later on.
that's why you listen
Yeah.
to my fucking race jokes.
yeah,
is so that you can.
The N-word bought this house.
Yeah. Jokes about pedophiles bought me this new fucking work truck.
Pedophiles. Anyway, never mind.
Anyway. But, I mean, obviously it's not something to bank on and not, whatever. But, I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody's... And I get that, you know what I mean? But, and I also get on a small scale and a big scale, all of us are cutting corners. It's not like everybody listening to this is totally going the speed limit all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, we're all cutting corners. But, I don't know. It does feel... I do feel a little guilty about that.
Yeah.
I do feel...
But, like, what is abusing the system, right?
Knowing what you should do and not doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, but here's the thing, right? Technically out here, if you're making under 120 grand or whatever, you're in poverty or you're below the line. Quote, unquote.
That may be just BuzzFeed bullshit, though. That may be just...
Dude, $3,000 in a month in fucking rent?
Yeah.
I
hear you.
That's like... That's
Yeah.
a lot of money gone.
Yeah.
And then you also have all the other bills, and that's, 120 something. I feel that, and obviously it scales to wherever the fuck you are. But I feel that if the healthcare was
A little better.
included in all that, and you're not paying, an extra $1,000 on top of that every
Right.
fucking month, it would help out a lot. Or, maybe I'm fucking wrong, and the taxes would then just equal the same fucking amount, but at least
Right.
then it's already fucking paid for.
Right.
It's already come out. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but I also don't think that just because someone is against universal healthcare that means that they are heartless. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't
yeah.
think it's always like a fuck you, and all these capitalists are just walking to the bank, ha ha ha, fuck those brown people. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's a stupid idea as
I'm
well.
a capitalist, dude. Like I'm wanting to become.
Right.
I go to people's houses and say, "Please give me this money for this amount of work."
Right.
Thank you. And
And you do the work and you do it well,
Exactly.
and you walk away,
And I'm happy.
bloodied, but you have the
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think about all of this stuff is like, I feel like if you're a kid in Berkeley who's railing about socialism, part of that is the fact that you're a kid. You know what I mean? And kids, I know when I was a kid, I don't want to fucking work. You know what I mean? It's against, I don't even want to work now, but it feels good to do it. And I've learned it enough times that I put my balls on the fucking ice block and I do it. That's a weird analogy. I don't know why I
Just
put
imagine
my
you
balls
then
on an ice block.
take
But
an ice
like,
pick.
I work hard and it feels good to work hard.
Oh, my balls hurt now, dude.
Well, you were the one who fucking talked
Sorry.
about popping balls.
Oh, don't! I never said pop. I just said stab.
What if you put balls in a microwave? Would they
See?
explode or would they just stay the way they are?
You would definitely need healthcare.
You ever seen the movie The Last House on the Left? Did I talk about this?
The old, I didn't. I saw the old one. I never saw the new one.
So the new one, I don't know how the old one ends, but the new one is like he puts his head in a microwave and that's how he kills him. Fuck that, man. Give me, I would days of torture, if not weeks.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? What do you get?
I don't-
30 seconds of pain? Fuck you. Like, I'm gonna skin you alive
Yeah.
slowly. You know what I mean?
I don't remember the ending of the old one. I was masturbating too furiously.
Dude,
No,
I gotta
no.
tell you, let's be fucking real. I didn't see the old one, but when in the new one where she's screaming on her belly and he's inching down her panties, that is so hot.
But I think it's just because
I'm
of
sorry,
the no-no.
girls, but
Just the
I mean-
no-no of it.
The what?
The no-no-ist of it all. Right?
Why do you call it the no-no? That's so creepy.
The not...
The naughtiness.
The naughtiness.
You're not supposed to. Right. Dude, I'm telling you, fucking... Good ass, like... There's only a couple of, like, scenes. There's been a couple of scenes where, like... I mean, we're not going to go into what I've seen on internet because I'd get arrested. But... But like, there has been some episodes. There has been some rape porn where I've watched it and then been like, this made me feel bad.
Yeah. You broke the fourth wall.
Right? Yeah. It's like hot. I come immediately. Shame. Where like you put the phone down, you're like, I really feel bad about that one.
Really hope no one can ever see what I just
watched. Sometimes that's the thing about the Me Too movement too. That's the thing about the Me Too movement. You girls, I cannot. No human being listening to this right now would want to have their sex life publicized. Let's be fucking real. No. None of you have ever catfished a motherfucker. None of you, none of you have ever, like, you know, done something like never. None of you have ever intentionally hurt somebody that you were with or somebody that you were fucking or somebody. Everybody has intentionally hurt. Maybe not physically, maybe not sexually, but everybody has intentionally made somebody jealous, has intentionally tried to hurt somebody's feelings. You're all fucking liars. Yeah. All right? Everybody has done that shit because we're people. Exactly. We're emotional, we're weird, we're uncomfortable, we're awkward, we don't know what we're doing, especially when we're younger. It feels good to get power some way because we feel powerless, especially girls if they have a guy who is hurting their feelings or the last guy hurt their feelings, so now this other guy who's super friend zone is like coming at them. You've never friend zoned somebody on purpose because stop, girls.
It's just I don't find you attractive. You're a good person, but I don't find
right, you've never taken advantage of a guy's attention? Stop. Fucking liars. Yeah. Everybody's been a fucking perpetrator and everybody's been a victim. I'm not saying that there aren't levels. Obviously, rapists should fucking have consequences and stop fucking raping.
Yeah, don't rape.
Don't rape.
Don't rape.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Feliciano and Will have officially made it. This is our statement on rape. Hear ye. Don't do it.
But it's hot and porn.
When she's on her belly, dude, and so you inch down that.
No, but yeah, for real, it would not be, dude. Like if someone did that to my kid, I'd fucking.
Oh no, days of torture. No, absolutely. And in real life as well. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, maybe I would inch my hand down his pants. Wait.
What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I was going to flip the script on the guy.
You were going to rape the raper?
I was going to rape the raper. I was just thinking when I could... Maybe
if he was raping the female right there, you would start raping him.
I would rape
what's
him?
A better way to stop a raper is to start raping that guy.
Just offer up my hole.
But would you be pounding his butt while he was inside of her? So it would actually... You'd be raping by proxy. Oh, no. You'd be second removed.
It's like an Inception rape.
Exactly. You better stop as you're fucking his butt, and he's like, I can't stop. You're fucking raping
me.
Right.
I'm pushing back. If I push back, it's gay.
This is weird.
Sorry to make it too real for you.
What do you mean too real?
It's too real. It's too real. You can't handle it.
Hey, man. You really need to get on this.
Hey, man.
I can't wait to eat turkey. I swear to fucking Christ.
I can't wait to eat all of it.
Oh my God!
Why do we always come back to?
Because Felicianos, I'm sorry, but we do better. This is the thing about white people too. Like, because I talk a lot of shit about lots of races, but never white people. But like, white people make some shit ass turkey. Have you noticed every show, every family is like turkey is like. You do it wrong, kids. Yeah. You need to do it the Puerto Rican fucking way. It's a lot of olive oil. What is it, olive oil? No, it's what kind of oil?
It's olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil, garlic, onion. What's that powder?
Adobo.
Is it adobo?
Yeah, adobo, oregano, hella onions.
Like way too many onions.
Hella onions.
But anyway, you let that sit all in a thing, and then you massage it into the turkey skin. This is the night before, because turkey. Who invented cooking turkeys? It's the stupidest fucking idea. Why?
Ignorant people.
Like, why would anyone ever cook a turkey? It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
It does. It's a big fucking bird.
Yeah, but
I would cook a turkey.
The bigness, but I'm saying it's not practical, is what I'm saying. A day before, and this is in 2018. You have to start cooking it a day before.
Yeah, no.
Like, imagine back 200 years ago. You're gonna take 3 weeks to fucking cook a bird? Just kill a monkey or a chicken.
But I mean, they had fucking ovens in the oldie times. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Whenever
they did.
turkeys, well, yeah, all right. I guess like in caveman times. Well, were turkeys alive? You reminded me of Ludo
Who's that?
from fucking. Oh my God, David Bowie. Type my wife's gonna kill me.
What?
The Labyrinth.
Oh, okay. I don't
Remember
remember.
the big Ludo.
No, I
Anyway,
don't remember.
anyway,
You remind me of the babe.
Yeah, do you remember
What babe? The babe with the
gigantic-
power.
Just the cod piece on that.
The power of voodoo. Voodoo? Who? What? Remind me of the babe.
babe.
Babe, babe.
Beep, beep.
I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do? We're stupid.
Heavenly. Yeah. So that's what I feel.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
My baby crying.
Did you ever see the movie Little Children? Because that made me think of Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connelly was in this movie called Little Children. Great fucking movie.
No.
Really heavy, really deep, really
Heavier
really
than
heavy.
Requiem.
I haven't seen Requiem in a long time.
You don't remember her double dildoing it at the end?
Yes, of course. But what do you mean? Of course I remember it, but I'm saying the heaviness, I don't remember that. I think his directing, Darren Aronofsky is a fucking great director,
That was
but
a heavy fucking movie, man.
But watch Little Children. So it has Kate Winslet, who's one of my favorite actresses ever. You see her titties. Surprise, surprise. Every movie she's in, you see her titties. God bless you, Kate.
She's nice.
My two favorite actresses in the world are fucking Kate's from England. Kate Winslet, Kate Blanchett. All you other bitches can suck a dick.
You ever seen Kate Blanchett's titties?
Yes, of course. Haven't I? God damn it. Where have I? Hang on. Let me see.
Blanchett. Are her titties white?
Kate Blanchett naked.
In the booth.
Rooney Mara and Kate Blanchett lesbian sex scenes. Yeah, maybe. That's not. Those are all fake.
They're not real. I
God
want to see
damn it.
some scissoring.
Oh yeah, no. You can see Rooney Mara's titties.
Who's Rooney Mara?
Is that Kate? Yeah, you could say Kate Blanchett. Yeah, Kate Blanchett's been naked before. God bless her heart. Anyway,
You just didn't even show it to me. You're just, this is for me.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't
You
care.
can
I don't want
Google.
to see it anymore. She could keep her titties.
Who's asking me if I'm playing? Hang on. Who is this?
The Duvin. Oh, God, yes.
Oh, I know who that is.
I'm gonna fucking pre.
What?
Nothing. I was gonna pre.
Ew. This is a weird episode. Oh, we were talking about health.
Speaking of pre, you were talking about.
Oh no, Little Children. Watch the
Yes.
movie. It's very good.
Did you
It's
just
very
recently-
heavy though. It's very heavy. Huh?
Did you just recently watch it again?
No, it just fucking Jennifer Connelly made me think of it.
Oh.
She gets cheated on. Kate Winslet and Jennifer Connelly's husband fuck. So there's cheating and there's
Holiday and
a
Jennifer's.
pedophile and there's all kinds of
Why does
heavy
she do
shit.
such heavy movies, man?
What, Kate Winslet?
No, fucking Jennifer.
Oh, I don't know. She also has done all kinds of dog shit too, hasn't she?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just
She did the
throwing it out.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't heavy
I
though.
loved that movie. when I
Why
was
do
a
you
kid.
guys
When I
love
was
that
a
movie
kid.
so much?
When I was a wee babe.
I didn't watch
You
that
remember
shit when
Dude,
I was
we
a
watched
kid.
that shit on Disney.
I've watched that show once while fucking.
The Disney-
Have you ever done
What?
that?
I saw
watched-
my baby.
She wanted to watch The Labyrinth,
Speaking of babies,
and
I'm
we
putting
started
in you.
we started fooling around. I also have once watched started fooling around while we were watching. I got head while watching the Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back. That was fun.
Did you get rigid? Just watched it. Like, did you?
Did you
make
say
your
did I
tongue
get
harder?
rimmed? No.
Rigid.
Rigid. No,
Oh,
no.
did you get ribbed?
I did not get rimmed.
You know, tongue upon
No.
the anus.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. I'm not going to get ribbed while
I'm gonna let
I think
it go.
that would open up a dark side hole if I was getting rimmed while Yoda's on the screen.
What the hell was that? The Snarlack.
Lick your
pet?
asshole, I will. Have you ever seen that video of
Lick my
that
Snarlack.
lip sync video of?
Wait, the bad lip reading. I love bad lip reading.
But there's one. There's one where Yoda is from the Empire Strikes Back.
Skibidi-bidi-bidi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The seagulls will bite your knees. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. It makes me so happy.
Have you ever heard what the hell, Chef Ramsay? Chef Ramsay sex tips?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so great. Hold on, let me put it on.
I'd rather hear Bourdain's.
Oh, I have no fucking.
I'd rather hear Bourdain's.
I don't have any internet connection.
Do you want to look it up on mine? This is a very look it up episode.
Yes, please. They'd be great for radio because it's. Just look up Ramsay's.
Gordon Ramsay's sex tips. All right.
It's dirty.
We got to get rid of the Chris Cornell. Is this the one?
Yeah. That's
Okay. Come on, motherfucker.
I'm going to give you some pointers for the big night. So, if you're feeling adventurous, follow this. You need a really nice, robust tart. What we're looking for is a really nice, broad, the most popular bird in the country. Flexible body, semi-firm breasts, but quite bouncy. And then just lift up the skirt and you get excited, so they look wet. Open up the legs, 2 beautiful thighs. 3 fingers, get your hand and almost treat your hand like a sort of whisk. Push it and it's nice and moist and smelling very fragrant. And that confirms she's ready for up and down motion. Both sides, is it? That's common sense. Do not be scared about the bottom. Don't worry. That's classed as the dark brown Rolls Royce part. So treat it with some respect and get really nice and comfortable. And then turn her over and bang up the butt.
All right, enough of this fucking.
It just gets dirtier and dirtier. But I love the picture of at one point.
The seagulls will come and bite your knees.
No.
And bite your knees.
Have you seen? Do you watch Walking Dead?
No.
Dude, what the fuck?
What?
Well, if you,
I already know that Glenn
it's a
gets
whole long thing.
hit in the head. That's all I know.
How dare you bring that up right now?
Did you watch the
Too
last
soon.
episode of the dude? What's his face? What?
Of the
You're the
Walking
one who
Dead?
watches.
Of the
yeah.
Walking, yes, I
The
did
last
watch
episode of what's his face? Not Glenn. The guy who just left the show. Well, you're the one who's a fucking fan.
I
Why are you
didn't-
fucking,
I didn't
How
watch
do
the
I know
okay.
more about it than you do?
Let me back this up. I didn't watch the latest season.
Oh, well
The
then,
most recent.
but you know that there was the last scene of, or the last episode with the main dude. Dude, that was
Rick
fucking
Grimes?
everywhere. Yes, Grimes.
Okay. All right, we're done talking about this right now. I got to go watch.
What the fuck's wrong with you? How do I know more of it than you do?
Because-
it was on all of the promos.
I don't even have cable. I watch Netflix and Hulu and Amazon.
Yeah.
This
is the worst episode we've ever done. Or
We've
I
done
guess
a-
it's probably, yeah, we've done worse.
We've done a lot worse.
What was so do you have any more to say on the health issues topic?
No, man. I don't know. I guess my whole thing is I just feel that is something that I believe in, that I also find weird, like, you know, the gays and guns thing you're talking
Right,
about.
right.
I'm a capitalist, but who believes in I don't know, universal healthcare necessarily,
Right.
whatever that fucking picture
But
is.
we haven't. I don't know if we've really seen a good example. Like Steven Crowder sometimes talks about it because he's Canadian, and he talks about how long it takes and the quality and how. And I do understand the idea of genuine ass capitalism makes people compete and get better and better.
Yeah.
Like Canada, albeit they have universal health care, but when was the last time Canada created this new wonderful way to figure out cancer, or this new wonderful drug, or there's not a lot of innovation happening when you have no competition in a way. And I get that that's not why humans should quote unquote do that, but we don't live in a fucking Stephen, Gene Roddenberry Star Trek. We don't live in Star Trek. There is money, and we don't have good intentions. We are humans.
But okay, with the whole capitalism thing, right? With healthcare, if the medication for cancer, they're gonna make it, whatever, $500,000. Is that really how much it fucking takes?
That's the That's the extreme of it. what's his face who got in trouble and now is going to jail, the one Pharma Bro or whatever the fuck. So that's a bad example of it.
And well, yes, in that one specific instance. But the thing is that because of the insurance companies, they're like, okay, well, this is how much our insurance is going to be. I watched Last Week Tonight, and he did a whole fucking presentation.
I don't like that nigga.
You don't
I don't like
John
that
Oliver?
nigga. I feel like
Why?
because he's funnier than the shit he does. Here's why. I feel like maybe not same thing goes with Jon Stewart, but Jon Stewart.
I miss John.
I feel like those two, and Stephen too, Stephen Colbert, they're funnier. They're funny people, but they're constant having, there's no way, maybe once in a while before she wasn't elected, you would see him make fun of Hillary Clinton. But now you're not allowed to anymore. In his universe, in Stephen Colbert's universe, you're not allowed to make fun of Hillary Clinton. Just like SNL, you have to be able to. They used to be able to make fun of everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody got it. But now the last since they sang a song "To Sir with Love" when Obama was leaving the presidency. Come on, dudes. Come on. Anybody in power, even if they have black skin, should have fucking holes poked in them. You know what I mean? Spiritually, I mean. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You should be able to. Everybody should be made fun of, not unless they have brown skin.
No,
you don't think Obama did anything shit that was funny or shit you can mock?
Absolutely.
Everybody does shit you can mock. And I'm not saying that Trump should be. Everybody should be made fun of. Yeah. But SNL, Stephen Colbert, all these guys, they're not making fun of both sides equally.
Yep.
They first serve the goal rather than being. When Jon Stewart used to say when people would get mad at him for supporting something or making fun of something, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." But then he started to blur the lines. You know what I mean? And now Trevor Noah's comedian second, asshole cunt first. You know what I mean?
He's not funny.
He's not fucking funny.
He just goes forever and it's like, I'm going to beat this joke to death. It's
right.
Like, it wasn't funny in the first place.
Right.
Stop.
And if he doesn't go one fucking episode without saying apartheid, if he doesn't fucking, it's always a race angle. And I'm telling you this is another controversial opinion of mine. I may be fucking incorrect. I don't give a fuck.
I hate
mixed race motherfuckers are the worst examples of it. They're the worst. Mixed race white and black. Okay. When they're white and black mixed, they are so much heavier on the white guilt. Let me give you some examples. Trevor fucking Noah, okay? What's his face who did Get Out? That dude.
Oh, Key?
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key. Or no.
Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele. God damn it! I had some better shit. Yeah, Obama. Yeah, there you go. When they're mixed, they don't have enough of a. It seems, and I'm not saying if they have. Yeah, well, but I'm saying those motherfuckers, because they were probably made fun of more in school by the black sides and by the white side. They need a place to stay. They need a home emotionally, and so they go railing against the white guy harder than they would a black dude is Trevor Noah, he ain't gonna fight nobody. Trevor Noah's just smarmy. You know what I mean? Jordan Peele, he's not gonna fight anybody. You know what I mean? He's just smarmy. You know what I mean? He has the black skin, but he has the white smarminess. Yeah. Dude, I'm railing on this. Man, I'm an asshole, dude. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Did you ever see that Jamie Kennedy comedy where he was Beverly Hills? The fuck was it?
Beverly Hills Most Wanted or something?
Yeah.
No, I saw pieces of it.
They had those two guys who were black, but they were actors, right? They were trying to be hard. It's similar to that, I feel. In his real life is, hello, how are you today?
Right.
Very prim and proper.
Right.
Just
I don't know.
Fake.
Yeah, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying about. I'm not saying every race has to act their race, but I'm just saying a little authenticity and it just doesn't. Or what's his face? Hassan Minaj. Do you know that guy? He just came out with a new show.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that dude. I fucking hate that dude. Why are white people obsessed with, I need to find somebody to make me feel guilty. Let me find Hassan Minaj. Oh, good. Yes, I'm white. And just beat themselves with a cat of nine tails. I'm so white. Hassan Minaj has brown skin and a white smarmy liberalness inside of him. He's buying fucking kicks. He's not fucking getting on a prayer rug. He has all of the Muslim, I can make white people feel guilty, but he also he's the white, Hassan Minaj is benefiting greatly from capitalism, is benefiting greatly from humor and free speech. He's benefiting greatly from all the things that are American. And yet he's fucking making, like, he's not going to make fun of no fucking Hillary. He's not going to make fun of no fucking, maybe a little bit, like, into, like, Bernie Sanders, but he's not going to make fun of the policy. Yeah. He's only talking about, and he's not even going to make fun of, like, Trump. He's just railing against, oh, this horrible, like, across the board, we can't have anybody who's a little bit right-wing. You can't have anybody moderate. They're shitting on fucking Stephen Colbert because he's a little fucking Catholic. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
so your issue mostly is the inauthenticity of whoever the fuck is doing it, because you just don't believe that they're back. Not you don't believe, but you don't feel it from them.
I don't fucking feel it, but I also feel like, have a little fucking gratitude. And I feel like across the board, we can't have anybody, whether it be HBO, Showtime, like, nobody is, like, making fun of both sides. Like, nobody, no late night talk show is making fun of both sides. You're all gonna have one side. Like, that's just intellectually boring.
Is that because of the, like you were talking about, right? The social backlash that would come upon you, the social punishment.
No, I mean, I don't feel like, no, I don't. Here's what it is. I feel like people like Stephen Colbert might do it, or people like, not Hassan Minaj, because he just has too much power and he's too young to...
He's not funny.
He's not. But he's brown, so everything he does is funny. And if I'm white, I just have to, he makes me feel guilty. Oh, yeah, I'm jerking off to the fucking white guilt. Faggots. Fucking corny-ass white motherfuckers.
When you were just masturbating there. I'm just imagining you just...
Oh, yeah, make me feel bad about myself,
God.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Apartheid.
I wish I could dye my cum black. So I wouldn't feel so much shame.
Dude, I swear to God, white guilt is a motherfucker, dude. At least in New York, that's the thing about New York, is like, New Yorkers know black people. Yeah. The liberals in the Bay Area, y'all don't know motherfucking black people. Y'all don't know any motherfucking black people.
Yeah, you're not going to hang out in East Oakland.
No, you're not going to a goddamn barbecue. No. And I'm not saying you should go to East Oakland. Even fucking black people understand you shouldn't go to East Oakland. You know what I mean? Like, nah, there's no reason for you to go there. It's dangerous as a motherfucker. Right?
Can I just say, black people make the best fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. My neighbor across the street, I did some plumbing for her, and then she texted me and she's like, hey, I have this whole plate of barbecue, and I had beans with, like, meat in the motherfucker. I don't think I've ever fucking had the beans that tasted so goddamn good. She had this fucking, like, fucking chicken drumstick and, like, 3 different ribs, and I'm just like, dude, I was rigid the entire time I was fucking eating it.
Christ.
Anyway, going back.
But that's what I'm saying, is like, these white liberals, you don't know any black people, baby girl. And the only black people you do, exactly, it's the fantasy. It's the Palo Alto. I was walking, over to that, there's a Starbucks, I think on, not Middlefield, there's some road, and the Starbucks had, I don't know if it's still there, but it had some mural of, like, somebody, it looks ultra black. And I realized, like, and that was like 8 years ago. I'm like, these white people, these right people want black people in their culture and in their philanthropy. They don't want them in their streets.
Yeah, for their feeling of what they make them feel.
Right. I will send money to East Oakland. I will send money to over there, but I would never, and I'm not saying everybody should, like, go to fucking East Oakland or go to a barbecue, but just be fucking real. That's all I'm saying, is be fucking real. Don't say you know what black people want just because you saw stupid, unfunny fucking Trevor Noah say what black people... Trevor Noah doesn't have in his fucking pulse on the black people. First off, he's halvesies. Number 2, he's fucking halvesies African. Yeah. Okay? Fucking, and not just that.
It's a different experience.
I don't know if you know this. Patrice O'Neal talked about this a bunch. Africans, like straight up Africans, don't like black Americans.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because, they're Westerners. Yeah. And vice versa. American. You know what I mean? Like, and not just that. How about this is another motherfucker? Patrice O'Neal used to talk, I'm sorry if, like, I just can't stop talking about Patrice. But, like, he would talk about it too, how, like, when you were a black kid, he did this comedy special, and it's really funny, where he talked about, there was some guy in the audience who was named, who was super black, super African, and he's like, what's your name? He said, Tolu, and he just started laughing, and making fun. He's like, black motherfuckers growing up made fun of Tolu. You know what I mean? Like, Tolu. Like, so even black people make fun of other black people for their blackness.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. You can be racist without hate. It's called racial. It's okay. It's not that big a goddamn deal.
People just
relax.
need to be picked on. And it's whatever is the most
it's just fucking
obvious.
mocking. I'm not allowed to tease you. I'm not allowed
Safe
to
space.
tease you. It's just teasing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop taking it so fucking seriously.
Everyone needs to get fucking offended and not take yourself so fucking seriously.
And real ass
because
black
you're not
motherfuckers, especially and real ass black motherfuckers understand that. You know what I mean? Like real ass motherfuckers. Like you could say a black joke or not. Maybe not a. You could call, like, if you're playing the dozens with somebody, you could make fun of somebody's black skin. You know what I mean? Like, real ass black motherfuckers, like, will just throw it back in your face. You pasty white motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, now let's go to the fucking, now let's go to the movie or something. I don't know what people do.
They understand that unless you actually have hate in your heart, and the way that you're fucking coming at me is not with a fucking angry face.
Right.
/ you're not going to go up to someone you don't fucking know.
No. and just say.
So my whole family tree is.
But like, we can't let females destroy context.
Yeah, no.
You said word, and word makes me feel. Word might make people feel bad. Blah 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 blah.
Good.
Fucking girls.
Good.
I'm sorry, dude.
I have
every
good.
show, I am just shitting on females. I'm sorry,
man.
girls. But like, shit.
I've gotten into arguments online. Yeah, I used to get into arguments online, but one of the time was just with this feminist, and she's just fucking. She's one of those people that just I need to scream and yell in order to get my way, and I'm just like, look. That's what she posted. She posted, "Stop telling me to." Oh God, what they call it?
What, smile?
The microaggression where you're saying, well, stop yelling or you're getting your point across wrong. Right? Basically say, don't tell me not to yell. I'm going to yell because blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm like, yell all the fuck you want, but don't expect people to actually fucking listen to you. I'm like, I understand you may be emotional, but if someone's screaming at you, blah, 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 this is why you're wrong, and they're just fucking yelling at your face, I'm going to not listen and walk the fuck away because I don't respect your opinion because you're not treating me with fucking respect.
And there are a lot of people on both sides of the aisle, left and right.
Both sides, yeah.
Who live by, like, meme logic. You know what I mean? Where, like, someone on the right will say, like, and I get it. I get where they're coming from. And on both sides, I get where you're coming from, but you're not saying it intelligently. You're not thinking actively about the meme you're sharing that someone else made. And you're also not checking for, like, spelling errors. And your is not spelled that way, baby. But, like, where was one? Somebody shared, and it happens on both sides. I'm not saying it's just one-sided, but there was this thing right over here. It said, because I screenshot, because sometimes I just need to screenshot it so that I can get mad about it later. Hang on, let me see this. Here we go. Somebody shared, wow, really, Trump? This fire has taken out a whole city, and just now you send aid? WTF. First things first, this is what he said. Wow, really, Trump? This fire, meaning no period, no comma. Wow, really, Trump? ? Maybe, and then continue the sentence.
Comma.
He said, all in caps. Wow, really, Trump? This fire has taken this fire has taken out a whole city, and just now you, just the letter, send aid! ! WTF. Now, I'm not saying that if he's angry, he should calm down and use punctuation, but it would help. It would help his argument. But the other thing is that he wouldn't be happy even if he did send aid, because even days before he was like, what I'm saying is, he's fucked if he does, and he's fucked if he doesn't. You can hate Trump all you want, but hate him for the right reasons. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen that video? Do you ever follow We the Internet?
No.
Funny ass motherfuckers. And they're much more in the middle. Like, they make fun of Trump, but they also make fun of the left. And We the Internet TV is really, they're legit motherfuckers. And they talk about, there was this video of this guy sharing, he said, stop making me defend Trump. And like, and one of the things he talked about was how, like, like everybody's like, did you hear? Like he's standing it's a skit. He's standing in an elevator, and these two people ahead of him are like, one turns to the other. Did you hear Trump is banned all Muslims? Oh my God, I can't believe it. And he's like, and the guy in the back is like, well, no, I mean, I agree. There's a lot wrong with Trump, but like. Actually, he didn't say he banned all Muslims. There was he didn't want immigration from 7 specific Muslim or Muslim majority countries, and then they're like, "Wow, you fucking white supremacists!" It's like, wait a second,
what
you can
happens.
hate him all you want, but like hate him for the right reasons.
Yeah, be true.
You know what I mean? Like, and unemployment is at 4%. Like hate him for the right reasons. Be fucking real. Don't just like start. Or there was another one. Hang on, I gotta find it. Say whatever you want to say.
There was a meme that someone on the way extreme right Gwen shared, saying, how does California have enough room for for migrants, but not enough room for the evacuees, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Neither of those two are two separate issues.
Right. You can have two things that are both true.
Yeah, they're two separate issues. Yes, you're correct. This one specific area does not have enough places for evacuees right there. But the federal detention places, yes, those are, anyway.
I don't know. I can't find that one thing I was thinking of. But but the reality is that, like, we can be, I don't know. Things are not as... Oh,
Black and white.
There's
grays.
This one fucking made me goddamn mad. Look at this. Oh my God. Don't say the name of the person who shared it. Look at this. Look at that fat bitch, first things first. Okay. Okay, now what it is, and I'll explain it to what you get. Okay. There's this chunky brown-skinned broad with short feminist hair.
I love food.
It said, what is it? The name of the thing is Tonantzin Society, civileats.com. I always love that you can just share. That's the name of the fucking of the news source, civileats.com.
We're political food.
Exactly. and it says young women are reviving indigenous food traditions online. She said, our ancestors did not have grocery stores and were able to survive. She says, Blackfeet are lucky to be on our homeland, so our stories connect with that environment, and we will still have traditional plants and animals, she said. Ugh. First things first.
You're starting a farm. Awesome. Right. Good for you.
But just because it's something traditional doesn't mean it's fucking good. I always talk about this.
Oh my God.
Corn tortillas are dog shit. And you fucking know that they are. I understand if you fucking grew up with them. Congratulations. But just because they're made by brown people doesn't mean they taste good in my fucking mouth. I have taste buds, bitch. You can't just shame me into liking fucking corn tortillas. It tastes like dog shit.
I agree.
Flour all fucking day.
Absolutely.
Flour all fucking day. You could do anything to a flour tortilla and it's fucking good. I'd rather have gluten-free flour tortillas than shitty-ass corn tortillas. Tastes like fucking rubber and,
It just, you can't
cardboard.
cook it. You can't cook it enough in order to make it actually not taste like just grit.
Right, just grit.
It's just grit. I'm
right.
eating sand.
Oh, but our ancestors. And this bitch, this fat bitch would never be. I just like calling her a fat bitch. That fat bitch is not like at the fucking at the Native American barbecue that people just love hanging out with her. Look at that fucking face. First things first, she's had maybe 2 people who have ever fucked her in her life. Okay? First things first. Let's be fucking real. Number 3, she's like maybe 23. How much life experience could she really have? If that. That we all need to just bow to her because she's on civileats.com. Boring. Boring.
It's a whole pandering thing, man. It's
right.
Let's try and get this much people just to look at our shit, and it's all for fucking money.
Right, and it's the same thing I talk about when I talked about some black girl who was born in Pleasanton who goes to she goes to Berkeley and all of a sudden she's like making her hair all dashiki'd out. Bitch, stop! You're from fucking Pleasanton, and you wouldn't be happy. Yeah. You wouldn't be fun at the fucking barbecue anyway, bitch.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down. Oh, I'm super African. Calm the fuck down.
You remember "Don't Be a Menace to Society"? Pumping Juice in the Hood. You remember the fucking super African roots guy, and everyone was just like, God, go away.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Ninth Wonder talked about that. Ninth Wonder, the beat producer, I'll share it. He talked about how Ninth Wonder, the beat producer, was getting one of fucking amazing beat producer. Anyway, he got on in touch with Jay-Z, or Jay-Z like had him on an album, and he was like, I was just realizing that the niggas who were talking about money are actually the cool motherfuckers, and the niggas who were talking about saving Africa are actually the assholes.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's legit. You know what I mean? Isn't that interesting? So like the Luda and fucking, you know, and Jay-Z, like they're the cool motherfuckers, and the people who are like, you know, fucking power to the people are actually the douchebags. Interesting.
But is that because they have an axe to grind, right? Like because
Maybe.
you're already fucking.
I don't know. I mean, he didn't
everything?
explain it in that video, but I can tell from my experience, like, you know, I don't know. I just
People who feel like they have a mission or something to rail against, they're going to be way more fucking.
Right.
I don't want to hang out with them. Than
right,
someone
and
who's just chilling who has
insecurity comes in lots of different shapes and sizes. Just because you're black, you can be insecure. You know what I mean? Like just like you have black rapists and white rapists and you know black murderers and white murderers. Like insecurity makes us do all kinds of crazy things. And if I don't feel like I fit in my family, or I don't feel like I fit in my hood, or I don't feel like I'm too, you know, I guarantee there's a bunch of dorky motherfuckers, you know, who are Mr. Glass. You know what I mean? Like, they call me Mr. Glass, you know, who grew up, you know, dorky and got super into comic books, just like, what's his face? Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Who the fuck is
Exactly. He wrote for Black Panther, and he, you know, he's just this boring, intellectually boring. He looks like he has DSLs too. Like just like he's
Like
on the
Bubba
DL
Gump?
for sure. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Anyway, and he talked about, he's the guy who like wrote an article about, or wrote a book about, you know, having a conversation with his black son about not trusting the cops and how he's really screwed in his life, you know, like just, right.
Well, like, okay, I feel that everyone should have the talk with their kid about, hey, you should be respectful.
Okay, that's not
I do
what he
all
was
these
saying.
things.
That's not what he was saying. He was saying it's never going to work out for you because you have black skin. You live in a white society.
How dare you?
Yeah, he's fucking this kid up.
How are you already going to tell your kid you'll never be anything because of this? Fuck you, dude. Make something of yourself and go push for it. And that's what the support of the whatever that person was, father.
Yeah, he's a father.
Yeah. That's what he should have done. Not said, well, here's your victim card.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it. Things are sometimes worse for other people. But, like, this is something I've thought about, and I'm sure I've talked about it at length on this fucking podcast. But, like, I get it, girls. Like, you have to dress up. You know what I mean? It sucks. Oh, you have to wear high heels. I understand. And I'm not saying let's compare who has it worse. But I am saying there are drawbacks to being a male.
Oh, yeah.
One of them is like you guys might have to be in charge of staying a little thin and wearing high heels from time to time. We have to be in charge of beating people up. And if we're all on a ship and it's going down, I get to die so that you guys can live. How about that? Like, there are drawbacks to both sides, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or how about this? There are drawbacks. A lot of us work in shitty fucking jobs. Your job is as an example. Are there a lot of females who are plumbers?
I know maybe... No, I don't know any personally. I've heard of one. I've heard of one.
Are any of you girls who are listening right now who are raw feminism, are you willing to dig into literal human feces?
You want to touch shit?
You want to...
You get gloves. No mask. You deal with it.
So, again... There are drawbacks to both sides. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that let's compare, but I'm saying there are drawbacks to both sides. Oh, yes. And you know, don't get me wrong. Rape is worse than having to dig in shit. I understand that. You know what I mean? But there are drawbacks to both sides. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I will, for my brain transferred that into there's drawbacks for rape. There's drawbacks for there's goods and bads to rape.
Again,
right?
the official opinion of conservatives on rape is negative.
Yeah.
We officially discourage
Yeah.
those who are listening now from rapery.
Unless it is important.
Unless it is right.
And you're Russian.
Right, exactly.
No.
But anyway.
What the fuck? I agree with you that there should be some sort of social
Consequence? Or?
not consequence, but like how do you stop all that from happening? Right, the the.
You mean rape, or what are you saying?
How do you stop rape from happening? No.
Just lock up all black people. I'm a horrible person.
Yes,
okay, continue.
God damn it! Where the fuck
That was quick.
going with
I was
that?
proud of that one. That felt good.
Black people are the devil.
Oh my god!
You said it, dude.
I was joking.
Context means nothing.
Joking.
Anyway, I don't know where the fuck I was going with that, but I do. Oh, that's right. I've been listening to a lot of. Okay, well, I've been listening to a lot of Jacko Willink.
Oh, I love that motherfucker.
A lot of it. Just like as far as like the leadership thing he talks about, like I'm trying to incorporate that with my crew. I realized I'm already doing a bunch of those things without actually knowing. And then I realized that there's a couple of like where I started to be like, well, why won't these? Because I fucking said so. And I'm like, well, how do I change all that? Anyway. And then I listened to the dude with Jordan Peterson. And then I started listening to him more today. And at first, like, you know, his whole crusade about, you know, the free speech and all that jazz.
Who?
Jordan Peterson.
About free speech? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he's
oh, you mean about
yeah.
About there was a law that was passed in Canada where it was a law that I can't remember if it was, I don't know if it's misdemeanor or whatever, but if you intentionally misgender somebody, it's illegal to intentionally misgender somebody.
Yeah, and at first my butthole puckered when I started listening to it. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be bad. He's probably gonna say something. Right, because I guess his whole thing is, you know, free speech is free speech. Don't tell me what the fuck to do.
Right.
And at first I was like, I don't know where he's going to go with this. So, you know, I've been listening to him all this other time and I agreed with all this other stuff. But then I started to get tinged because I thought he was going to go like, you know, I don't agree with, you know, trans people and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, I really started thinking about it and listening to what he was saying. And I was like, well, I understand that free speech is free speech no matter what. You should do whatever. Right? But I was starting to question why he was fighting so hard for it, or why he couldn't just be like, well, you know, fine, whatever. I will go ahead and just call it that.
Right.
You know, call them their whatever, he, she, what. And apparently he doesn't care about the actual, you know, if you want to be called him or her.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He just says, don't fucking make me have to do it. Yeah, don't force me to have to do that, or at least make it illegal for me to say something.
Right.
I haven't listened or read too much into it. I just started listening to it today, and I was thinking, I was like, I somewhat agree with that, but is there a line for you at all?
Meaning, do you feel like part of his intention on the free speech angle is because he hates trans people?
Yeah, or no, well, yes. Like for me, I'll figure that out anyway.
I don't think it is, because I've watched enough of his stuff and I've listened to enough of his stuff that he doesn't care. You know what I mean? He did a great talk that I've talked about on the podcast before, but he did a great talk with Camille Paglia, who considers herself kind of trans. Did you listen to that one? You got to listen to that one. It's hard to wrap your head around it, but it's one of the most important. Like I've listened. The hell is that noise? I've listened to it. Well, I didn't fart.
No,
I've listened to it. Toot. I've listened to it like at least 3 times. It's a great fucking talk, and so I've listened to enough of that. But I also know that part of the reason why he's weird about it is the idea of compelled speech. Compelled speech means you have to say it a certain way. And here's the main thing that I disagree with. Is not just, you know, what's so wrong with that? Just don't tell somebody, don't misgender somebody. Yeah. There's 2 things. Number 1, not knowing, and even if you do know, like that's an insane, because it's not just there's 3 options. Apparently there's 92 or 89 different genders, which is, let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking real. You know, when I look at somebody's bone structure, nigga, you're a fucking girl. Like, or you're a fucking dude. Like, you know, I get it if you want to be called something else, but have a little goddamn understanding that number 1, it's new for me, and number 2, most trans people just want to be called a woman or a guy. Yeah. Even if they're transitioning from one side to the other, they're like, they cut, bitch, I cut my dick off. call me a fucking girl. I live as a fucking female. And don't even label me a trans female. Just call me a fucking female. I feel like a female my whole life, and now I get labeled as a trans female? Or now I get to, like, pick some fucking Lucky Charms fucking... No, just call me a fucking female. The ones who are railing about, like, zim fucking... are just tiny... There's a very small fraction of an already small fraction of population. And people, females and males... on the left, I just don't want to hurt their feelings. And I get that. But let's be fucking real and understand that context matters and that sometimes people are just looking for their feelings to get hurt. Victims come in all shapes and sizes and all genders and sexes. And motherfuckers just sometimes just want a problem so that they can rail against a problem. They want to feel, you know. And the other reason why...
They have a mission.
They have a mission. And the other reason why I'm against the compelled speech thing is that bullies are never satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And I've been one before, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like, if a bully who wants your money today is not going to say, thanks for that money yesterday. Oh, here's your money back. Or, I'm good. Don't worry about it. He's going to want more money today than it. And because power, that lack of power that these motherfuckers feel, these victims feel, whether they're valid victims or they've made it up in their head or their experience, because that happens too, these victims are going to seek for power wherever they are. You know what I mean? And if you kowtow to that, they're just going to take more advantage. Have you ever noticed that when sometimes a celebrity gets in trouble, quote unquote, and if they just say, well, fuck you, I'm going to keep doing whatever I want to do, suddenly the mob moves on to somewhere else. But if they
Jack
go,
Nicholson.
oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, then that means they're not satisfied. The mob wants you to apologize more. Like fucking Louis C.K. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm not saying he did anything right. What I'm saying is that even now, it's been a year. He's apologized. He's done nothing for a year. He's been completely MIA, which one you could be mad or you could be happy about that. But the reality is that just as now as he started to poke his head up, apparently the left is still like, or not the left. Let me rephrase that. A small percentage of people on Twitter are mad about that because he hasn't really apologized enough. That's because they're fucking bullies.
Hey, what the fuck do you want?
These Me Too victims, a lot of them are really just bullying ass motherfuckers. They just want to hurt somebody. They haven't gotten enough blood from Louis. I mean, the motherfucker has kids.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to care for his fucking kids? Or you want to actually, because he jerked off in front of people or took advantage of his power, now you want his kids to starve? Oh, you know what? No, let's just give the kids over to the state, because the state is our daddy now, right? And this Louis will just sit in a box somewhere and let's kill him. Actually, no, we don't believe in that. So we'll just put him in prison forever. Say you're sorry some more.
Yeah.
How about fuck off?
Where's the line?
Where's the fucking line? It's been a fucking year he hasn't been able to, obviously he's been able to make money because residuals or whatever. But it's been a year he hasn't been able to do any public anything. Imagine how difficult it has been for his kids.
I couldn't imagine.
Imagine how difficult it's been. I mean, I understand he did some things, but let's compare here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if you're like, oh, you need to fucking say, sorry more, essentially, is the real feeling. It's,
right.
How long are we all supposed to suffer for our own mistakes? Because we're going to fucking make them.
Right.
And some of them worse. You just haven't gotten caught.
Yeah. All you motherfuckers you've hurt people intentionally. Everyone listening to this has hurt people intentionally. That's a human thing. Now, some hurt intentionally, i.e. rape, molestation, murder, assault. Those should be fucking, let's get this person and put them over here for a little while. You know what I mean? Let's feed them or whatever. We don't need to kill them necessarily, but like that's over here now. You know what I mean? And sometimes if they've paid their price and it was like just they're not an actual murderer, they just murdered someone and it was 20 years ago and they've taken care of their shit. They've actually tried to be good people. I don't mind taking. I know guys who have gotten out of prison and they're good people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
that's what you do after the fact.
And there are some people who are, just goddamn molesters. You know what I mean? And, we've talked about it actually the last episode we had. So, we don't, maybe we don't let those people out. We put them somewhere else. We let them watch Maury and, fucking, and feed them. And that's what we do with them. Yeah. But we keep them away from kids and we keep them away from females. And, we let them fuck each other if they want. But, that's as far as it goes,
I guess it's just how far do we go as a society to just say, hey, leave the fucker alone? At what point do we say that?
Right.
Right.
And just because I actually don't mind too much of what Louis did, really. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind.
What did he do? He just I got the gist of like he jerked off in an elevator in front of some like was fucking whatever.
I don't think an elevator was involved, but
I don't know.
So he asked females if he could jerk off in front of them because that's his kick. Now let's put that aside real quick because sometimes people are like they like take what he did as it's gross, so let's change the laws almost. They don't intentionally do that, but again, context is hard for females. But like they attach grossness to it, and so they therefore like
that's wrong.
How about you know what else is gross? Licking my asshole. How about that? You know what else is gross? Getting choked until you pass out. How about let's take the judgment out of what he did. First things first. Let's just take the grossness equals I don't get it, so that means he should pay. Just because you don't get it, bitch, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Yeah. Let's put that aside. Because freak comes in all fucking shapes and colors, and everybody listening here is a fucking freak. You don't listen to this if you're not a fucking pervert.
Yet. Anyway.
But iti vdvaju pizda balshaya suka. Do you know what that means?
No, but
that
I
means
know
go up your own pussy, you big bitch. But the other thing is that okay, let's take away that. But part of the thing is what he did is he took advantage of the power he had. That's what the people are saying. So that means even though he got consent to jerk off, I think there was only one instance where like he asked females who worked for him or who were working on a show at a lower level if he could jerk off in front of them, and two or three, I think three total, instances where he got in trouble.
Did he?
They said no. One of them said, they said no, and so he didn't.
Did he fire them?
No, but there were some that said yes. Now I understand but that's a gray area. That's like okay. Area. You do make it like it's not a good idea to do that. I understand that it's not a good idea. Dumb. It's dumb, but at the same time, two things. It's consensual or it's not consensual, right?
He didn't say do it or you're losing your job.
Right. And if he did, fuck him, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And in a way, I understand that he kind of said it in a way because if I was working for somebody and all of a sudden there's that weird power structure, like it makes it a bad idea. That's why you shouldn't, quote unquote, hit on people at work. Yeah. But
it was stupid, but was it malicious?
Exactly. And even if it wasn't malicious, was it abusive?
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Because I know I know a female at Cheesecake Factory. I don't think she's working there anymore. But she was a manager who was like in her 30, like above 32, fucking the dishwasher or the cook who was like 20. You know what I mean? Like, so now you're going to say you want her to be in trouble too?
He was raped.
Right, exactly. Right. Like, no. Is it a good idea? No. Could it make things weird? Yeah. Should you not do it? Yeah, we shouldn't. But lose your career for over a year?
Does that make him an evil person?
Right. Like,
no, it makes him stupid.
Yeah, stupid, and he's thinking with his dick.
Yeah.
Lots of people think with their dick all the fucking time. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why I think, like, all right, come on. You know what I mean? And even Sarah Silverman said, like,
he asked.
He asked, and Sarah Silverman said yes sometimes and no sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So again, just because it's gross, first things first, just because it's gross doesn't mean we need to penalize somebody because all you motherfuckers are gross. You just have different shades of gross. You know what I mean? Me fucking, choking you or pulling your hair, like, or smacking you in the face, is that safe, sane, and consensual? No, it's gross. Welcome. Wonderful. You're a gross one, too.
Yes.
As long as it's between two consenting adults, do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
The fact that he asked, and I understand, it makes it a gray area because of where he was at, but the fact that he asked, and when they said no, he's not like, well, you're fired, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Kind of proves that he wasn't like, hey, do this or you're out.
And what he said was, and I get it, what he said was, he said, hey, I'm sorry because now that looking back on it, I was in a power structure and I understand that I made it weird for those girls and I shouldn't have done that.
But just listen to his stand-up. He's stupid sometimes. He thinks things.
Right, but everybody listening is. You know what I mean? Everybody listening is. You may not do it. You may not be jerking off in front of females.
Exactly.
But I guarantee every female listening to this has taken advantage of a friend zone guy, has gotten rides to the boyfriend's house, or to the guy you're actually interested in, by the guy who you know you can take advantage of. Now, you may have been 19 at the time, boo fucking who, you're still a hurtful cunt.
Yeah.
Just like all of us. You know what I mean? Like, you still have done things that hurt people. You still have been in an open relationship and intentionally not texted back because you were with somebody else in order to make your boyfriend jealous so that he would close the relationship so that you could just keep him rather than letting him fuck other people.
Yeah.
Right. We're all little insecure little monkeys, and it's okay. I'm not saying it was a good idea. I'm not saying it was whatever. But I'm saying, like, it's been a fucking year. Let the nigga fucking work. How about that?
So what, was he trying to do more stand-up or whatever?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah, he showed up to the Comedy
stay the
Cellar
fuck out?
2 or 3 times now, I think.
And people are giving him shit at the cellar?
No,
or
again, not a whole lot of people. Just like
The
20,
normal.
25 people on Twitter. Exactly. People who aren't getting fucked anyway.
And just stop feeling like you need to get on someone else so that way you feel important.
Right.
You know?
You're not important.
Find some importance in your own fucking life.
Right.
Not someone else's and making them feel bad. Right. That's the way I feel with like social justice warriors too. Mm-hmm. It's like get off your fucking soapbox.
Right.
And realize you're a human.
Right.
Dude.
Anyway, it's 4 o'clock.
Oh no! How long have we been doing it? 2 hours?
2 hours and 18 minutes. We did good.
I guess that'll have to do.
What?
Fine. It's not a 3 hour.
Yeah.
It's not a 3 hour.
Well, I mean, your parking was only covered till 4 anyway.
Fuck the man.
If you want, you can pay for parking. We keep going.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's pause this because I got a pee anyway.
Whee! In my mouth.
Luckily, the whore did not get in. Although
The
that
whore
would not
didn't
be
come in
far
your phone?
from the way I normally ask a woman out.
How you doing, whore?
How about we go out to cook? How about we go out to Froyo, bitch?
You make all the women moist. Or
Did you have to say it that way?
moist. What are you one of the people who don't like moist?
No, I'm fine with it.
Oh, you love it moist.
I feel like no. You need to calm down. What I'm saying is I don't feel like there are sometimes like, especially like, have you ever noticed like these 90s kids? There's too much nostalgia. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much threatening, or not threatening. It's too much pressured nostalgia. Like, I don't need to feel nostalgia for the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I don't
if
need to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to.
The advertisers are making you feel the pressure for nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that we're all growing up and becoming old and wanting to go back to our childhood of just like, oh, that was good times when I didn't have to worry about, fucking...
Right, but to post about it
getting
incessantly?
choked out.
Oh, remember Pogs? Yeah, so?
Yeah, well, that's the advertisers.
Oh, remember Boy Meets World? I don't give a fuck.
Do you know that's on again?
What, Girl Meets
There's
World?
Girl Meets World. Lily tried watching it. Damn it. I used the
Boy
name.
Meets World. Going down this road that we call life.
That's what we're doing.
I'm going to eat one of my bars.
So, yeah, she started watching it, and she's like, I'm not really into this.
Who, wait, your daughter?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, and I realized...
Nor should she. Leave her alone.
I also said her...
And then you kicked her.
name
And then
a
you
little
kicked
bit
her.
ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
You were in there singing your Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Walking the world through. What the fuck is that? Is that
A
one of those
Shabar.
cars? Mm-hmm. I thought it was like what was those Andes? Remember the old Andes mints? But like on a gigantic Twix scale.
Right.
Oh god, I'm so wet. So where did that come from?
What?
Where did the 90s come from? I said
just
moist, and you're like, ugh.
Because sometimes there are some memes that get passed around that it fits into the nostalgia thing for me. Because it's like, oh, don't you guys hate the word moist? No, not really.
I know some people.
You know what I mean?
the
Like,
word
but
moist.
you shared meme, you're gonna like it and then share it and then go like, oh, see, I hate this too. I'm connected to you. You're connected to me. I feel like I belong somewhere. No, I don't really give a fuck. Moist is not that big a fucking deal.
Good.
Nor are the 90s.
Aw. Aw. Say that to Kurt Cobain.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Ew, 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 ew.
I imagine you saying that to the next chick.
That's exactly how I hit on women. Let's get dangerous.
Dangerous.
Finger in the butthole.
Let's get shitty.
Oh yeah, you're the one who doesn't. There's no anal on both sides, is what you're saying.
There's no tonguing. I am neither the tonguee nor the tonguer of the anal gland.
It's not a gland, is it?
Whatever. The thing that shits.
Listen.
Thing that has poop come out of it? Nope.
It's 2018.
So what?
We're all sick of your behavior.
Yeah, it's not the 90s anymore.
Right.
Get your tongue all up in that anus.
Dark tongue duck.
Let's go.
Let's get Giardia.
Let's get cancer.
You can't get cancer from eating ass.
How do you know? The fuck are you, doctor?
That's true. I may be riddled with cancer at this point.
Your tongue's gonna fall off.
Doc, how did I get cancer? You've been eating that ass.
See, what happens when corn goes through the body, it gets carcinogens.
Apparently corn is really bad.
Yeah, horrible. It's full of nothing. That's why it's a tracer food.
What do you mean a tracer food?
You eat it and then you wait for it to come out. You
No.
trace your shit. What do you mean no?
I've eaten enough corn in my day that sometimes a kernel survives, but often it is digested.
Nope.
What do you mean nope?
I just get cans of corn just coming out of my ass.
just looks...
I just shit corn.
It just looks like a fucking...
Just shit corn.
Just the cream corn just falls out.
Remember that Pete and Pete?
No. What do you
Speaking of the 90s? Remember Pete and Pete where he just ate a whole thing of creamed corn?
Yeah, right out of a can?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Nobody likes it. No, my wife doesn't like Pete and Pete.
Where do you find old episodes?
Where the fuck was it? Online somewhere. I forgot what the
Bum,
fuck it was.
bum, 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 bum,
Yeah,
bum,
dude.
bum, bum.
Have you heard any of the other music from them?
Bum, bum, bum.
Polaris.
You're looking at the lady.
We should play that on Thanksgiving.
We should.
We should.
But nobody knows except me, you, and our older brother.
Yep.
You almost said it. That's actually our older brother's name.
He's Japanese.
I was trying to swallow. What? What's it gonna...
So that
This is
noise.
really, honestly, this last 10 minutes have been for nobody except you and I. Everybody has already cut off, gone like,
What?
y'all dumb motherfuckers should have stopped like an hour ago.
Oh, they know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
Oh my god, I love Bobby Lee, by the way.
Oh, dude, I was so pissed when I couldn't go.
Oh yeah, I invited
I
you.
really wanted to go.
That was a fun night too. Actually, I gave
now.
the tickets to a female.
A homeless man.
No, I mean not a.
Said,
I'm
"Here,
sorry.
bitch."
So it was cool. I actually went there. I went to the Bobby Lee show, and couldn't find anybody to go with because I always buy like 2 tickets, and I'm like, I'll get somebody to go, and then like day of, I'm like, oh shit, I haven't gotten anybody to go with me.
So the instant you buy him, text me.
Right, cocksucker. Oh yeah, wait a second. Well, you don't like John Mouse, do you?
Who?
John Mouse. He's
Where's
about that.
song
He's about that life. He's my sweet boy. John Mouse is coming.
He's a singer,
so I
isn't
can't. Yeah, I can't go with you to. So 9 Inch Nails is December 3rd.
I don't get to go to that?
No,
Why?
because you had to buy it in person.
Because you're gonna... Did you buy 2?
No, my friend bought like 3, and they were all. We already all paid for them.
It's bullshit.
You could stand outside and buy it from black guys. Why are old black men the only ones who do scalping? Anyway, but John Mouse is at Great American Music Hall on the 5th of December.
John Mouse.
And then Zappa Plays Zappa, I think, is on the Thursday the 6th.
Which Zap? Moon?
No, it's I think
Dweezil, whatever the fucking name is.
I think it's Dweezil, but I think actually I don't know if he's actually involved in this one. I don't know, man. Apparently there was some weird shit going on with the family who, like, apparently, like, a bunch of people were mad. Like, Dweezil was doing Zappa Plays Zappa, and then a bunch of other kids in the family were like, you're using his name to... It was like...
It's your fucking last name,
yeah,
too!
It's my fucking last name, cocksucker. But
yeah,
there's a weird thing
TM.
that happens when people die, apparently. Like, sometimes some people have reverence, and some people are just... I don't know. It was told to me like, oh, they're a True Color show, which is a little negative. At the same time, it's kind of legit. Some people, like family members, lose their fucking soul. They just all of a sudden are like,
Money.
I know my third cousin twice removed, and he wouldn't want you to have the house. He would want me to have the house. It's like, wait a second, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Money makes
Weird.
people
Death
weird.
does some weird shit to people, man.
I think it's the money that makes people go weird.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, fine, someone might die or whatever the fuck, but if they would be totally fine if it wasn't for that house or that inheritance or whatever the fuck.
Right.
People are selfish. Selfish.
That same thing happened with Patrice when he passed away.
Oh.
His, unfortunately, you know, as much of a pimp as he was, it kind of bit him or his girl in the ass because he wouldn't marry her. He would always make a joke like, my girl's been with me for 8 years. I've been with her for 4. Because, you know, he was like, you know, this bitch wants, you know, she wants to marry, and I don't want to marry you. You know what I mean? Like, but they, you know, and he would like intentionally not live with her because he's like, I don't want you around here, blah, blah. But, you know, eventually he did, like, you know, she would always call him, he's my fiance, and he's like, fine, call me whatever you want, but I don't consider you, you know, whatever. And eventually he was gonna finally marry her, and then he passed away, and he hadn't put it in a will. He didn't make a fucking will.
Fuck.
And so after that, after he passed away, the family just kind of tripped out and were like, you know what I mean? They wouldn't let her back, like, into the house to grab her shit. Like, she had a guitar there. She had their kids' bed and, like, a bunch of stuff. Because Patrice would, like, you know, when the kid would stay over, even though it was her kid, you know, he took good care of her, you know what I mean? And, like, they were legit, like, almost pretty much married. But, you know, because there wasn't a will and because they weren't married, the family just kind of was like, you know, went a little crazy.
Was it like the sisters and brothers or something?
It wasn't even the mom, too. The mom actually likes her, apparently. It was like the sisters and the cousins and shit like that.
What the fuck? Mm-hmm. The fuck? I thought the mom was supposed to have the most power over everyone.
Nah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's me being racist.
No, you know, I mean, I don't know. So, like, there's weird shit that death does to people.
I've seen wills tear apart people because they thought they were getting something and then they didn't get it, and they're like, "Well, fuck that guy," and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Or what was it? I had a customer. At least this is what they told me. That the house that he was living in for like the last 30 years, and he took care of his mom or whatever the hell. She was sick. She finally died, and then the brother swooped in and took the entire house.
Jesus.
And said nope, because he was the. What was it? The power of attorney or whatever the fuck? I'm like, how the fuck do you do that to your own family?
Right.
Like, unless, you know, he touched you while you were sleeping as a kid or whatever the fuck, but...
You know what's weird, too, is like...
Even that, forget.
You want to talk about females and males and, you know, there's drawbacks to malehood. One of them right now, anyway, is fucking alimony payments and all that type of shit.
Yeah,
Divorces.
that's a fair,
Divorces are wildly unfair, and feminists don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit.
In California, it's automatic 50%.
Really?
Yeah, from what I've heard.
And the other thing, I mean, I've heard some fucking horror stories. Like, obviously, I'm not saying it's, well, but rape happens. I'm not saying, let's just, you know, two things can be evil at the same time. And divorce rates are divorce shit is some evil, female slanted shit. One of them, you know, one guy he told this story on Opie and Anthony one time, which Anthony has his own fucking wild horror story, but like Opie and Anthony, there was this caller who talked about he spent 10 years building this house, his dream house. And then his wife cheats on him with a guy. And then the judge says he's not allowed in the house that he built and paid for. And so she and this guy who she was fucking were living in the house.
Burn down the fucking house. Burn it.
You know what
down.
I mean? Like, there's some now I'm not saying he was probably, I'm sure he should have, I don't know. Like, when a female cheats, like, there's a reason.
Street.
When a guy cheats, often it's not because of a reason. It's just because we're just stupid and we're just like, someone's paying attention to me sexually, and we just need to fuck something and we're just stupid, right? I'm not excusing all behavior, but if a female cheats, it's because she's not happy with the dude.
Yeah.
I could be super happy with a female, and it's just like, so, like if you make a move, you know what I mean, at the wrong place at the wrong time, I'm like, duh, you know what I mean?
I didn't jerk off today. Okay.
Right. Oh, you're a 6? I'm sorry. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're making a move.
Yeah, open your mouth.
Right. But like, you know, I don't know. And that's not always the case or whatever. But like, you know, there are some fucking horror stories of some shit going on, and no feminist gives a shit about that equality at all.
No, which is sexist.
Yeah.
It's very sexist.
Right. I don't know.
Unless it has to do with, at least the way it feels anyway, unless it has to do with victimizing a woman.
Like if the guy, maybe, like it's possible that guy, it doesn't sound like that guy was abusing her in any way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But sometimes,
sure,
no, we don't. But I mean, sometimes a female just gets stuck in her head. She hates this guy because he hasn't made her pussy wet in a long time. And so she hates him and hates him, or he spends too much time away, or he this, or he that, or he blah, 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 blah. She cheats. And eventually she's still stuck in, he's a piece of shit. Not, I wasn't happy and I didn't leave.
Yeah, here's my part in it.
Right.
Extreme ownership.
Extreme. When did you start listening to Jocko?
You sent me that link, which was some deep intense shit.
That fucking Vietnam show?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stuck his finger inside me. I'm like, what the fuck?
He stuck what?
He stuck his finger inside of me or whatever. You don't remember? That was the one that you sent me. Not the Vietnam one, but it was the one with Jordan Peterson. But like number one of the 180 something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, but did you listen to the Vietnam one?
I've listened to like 25, 30.
So there's an episode where he talked 4 hours in My Lai. It's a book. It's a book about American warrior. There was an American
POW.
No, there was an American soldier brigade. That I said that totally like a fucking layman. They were a soldier brigade.
They were army men.
They were seamen. Pew, pew. And the guns and everything.
They weren't Navy.
They went to the Vietnamese and they said, "Stop it!" And the Vietnamese wouldn't stop it.
They went, "Oh no, thank you."
That's something San Franciscans don't understand, like San Jose people do. San Jose Fremont people understand real ass Vietnamese.
Yep.
Get the good bucket. Do the right thing. Be a man.
Do the right thing. Be a man. You fuck. You dumb fuck. Why you
I think that's more can can cook than it is Vietnamese.
You don't know what to do.
Vietnamese do talk very funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just the language, man.
I know.
And so they're used to that inflection, which is the same reason why whenever we speak in Spanglish, we go, "Como estes?"
Right.
Some white people.
Right.
The fuck were you just saying?
Oh, yeah, so there was American Brigade, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't think of the words because I'm stupid.
Troop.
There was an American troop in Vietnam that did some horrible atrocity shit. You know.
I heard that one.
Oh, it's heavy.
I heard the POW one. Oh, he did mention that.
4 hours in My Lai.
4 hours in My Lai. All right,
I'll send it to you. It's fucking heavy.
As long as it's on Spotify, I can listen to it.
Should be. Yeah, I know it's on YouTube.
He has all of them, 200.
But yeah, where some Americans did some horrendous shit to unarmed, you know, men, women, children. It was fucking awful. So I again, I'm not, you know, that's an example of like, I'm not saying that America can do no wrong. Mm-mm. Everybody does awful shit, but you know, that's an example of some atrocities that we did.
Yeah. There's been a lot of things that I've listened to. What the fuck was the one? He was talking, God, it was the book about where the dude fell into that trench, the slit trench. And he was in the...
Don't call my girlfriend that.
Slit trench. No, he was told this story about how this guy who was in the POW, or not the POW, but the... not Auschwitz, but one of the camps. And at one point they took him over to the slit trench, and they're like, you know, go over here and do it. But he had been injured already at that point, so he kind of had to crawl over to this trench, and he couldn't really walk. So he's trying to take a shit, and he falls down the hill because it let go, and he falls into the shit trench. And because it was just muck and nasty, and it had been that way for a while, he was slowly sinking into it. And the only way he got out was the black prisoners on the other side came over, and they they grabbed him up and then they ran back to where he was before the people. I can't say it was. I want to say it was World War II. It could have been World War One actually. Thinking about it now, but he was in a POW camp.
Okay.
But yeah, that was some horrible shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Couldn't imagine that.
I can only take. I go in waves. You know what I mean? I'll listen to Jordan, and I'll get on a Jordan kick for like 2 days, and then I'm like, enough. You know what I mean? Like I just need nothing. I need mindless Jim and Sam. You know what I mean? Like I listen to a lot of Jim and Sam illegally on YouTube, or I'll look up an interview with Scott Thompson or Tina Fey or something like whatever. But like, Scott Thompson from he's the gay one from Kids in the Hall.
Oh yeah.
I love
Wait,
him.
the gay one?
Yeah,
There was a
only
few.
one of them were. No, only one of them were.
Really?
Yeah.
Only
I think
him.
I'm sure.
Dave, whatever his name was.
No, Dave Foley had a wife. Have you ever heard that story?
Dave Foley
Dude.
was not gay.
Dave Foley has the story regarding shit, alimony, insane ex-wife shit.
no.
Look up Joe Rogan. Dave Foley talks about his divorce.
Send me that one.
Holy shit.
That's gonna be
Dude,
sick.
holy shit. She was insane, and she took him for... Like, he literally... The judge apparently... Because what sometimes they do, especially in California, is they look at, if you're a star, they look at whatever, the amount of money that you make, and that's what you need to pay. But he's like, wait a second, I was on news radio. That's canceled now. Like, I don't make that much money.
Yeah, I know.
You still have to keep paying that same amount.
What the fuck?
And it's all up to the judge's whim.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah. That's rape, boys and girls. That's fucking rape.
That's rape. No, I don't
I'm
want
not comparing, but...
It's
That's fucking rape.
monetary rape.
Yeah. And soul crushing shit. Because it's not just money. You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
matter what you do, you will always have to just keep paying the shit.
Yeah.
out. You can
So
never
it's
become a-
fucking insane shit. And not just that, but often the custody is more leans towards females as well. Which makes sense. You know what I mean? They need mom, But sometimes mom's a fucking nut job. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And cannot believe all women. And sometimes the mom will use, just like men have, would use kids as a means of hurting their ex-husband.
Yeah, it's case by case. You need
Right,
to
it's
look
case
at the
by
fucking
case.
person
Right.
and not just take them.
Right.
Fuck me, man. Yeah. It's so fucked up. I hope I never get divorced.
Right. Me
Man,
too.
I waited like 10 years before I got married. Shit.
You were what? Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck, man. Taxes got us hard. After we got married, it became worse for us. Because
Really?
yeah,
I thought it
after
was
we
the
got
other
married.
way.
Nah, well, single income.
Ah, balls.
Yeah, we should have had more babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get it. See, that's abusing the system.
Maybe there's a way you can put a baby inside of your own belly.
Do it. Do you want to help?
I think the baby would probably, as long as you don't, we'll get an egg from a homeless woman, and then I'll come on it, and then I'll put it inside your butt.
You're gonna put it on the tip of your dick and just shove it.
No.
No?
Let's not be insane here, okay?
Oh.
Let's be realistic.
Don't be gay.
Right. We're horrible people.
Yeah, but
What else do you want to talk about?
we always are. Splitting fish. Why do you have a switchblade?
What?
Is this a switchblade or is that one of those combs? Oh, that's that's not a switch. It's a folding knife made to look like a switchblade.
I don't know the difference.
One of them goes switch. The other
Do you
one-
have weaponry of some kind?
I have a couple.
Yeah.
I have guns.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have a World War II Mosin Nagant.
What's that?
It's a sniper rifle.
Holy shit!
Well, it was.
When did you get a goddamn sniper rifle?
Dude.
Sniper.
Why
did you get a
was
sniper?
a World War II sniper rifle, but I bought
Does
it.
it still work?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
wow.
It was Russian.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was Russian. Made by the
They were on our side at that point, that's all right.
Japanese.
What do you mean it was?
No,
it was
no.
made by the Japanese?
Hold on. I'm trying to remember because I also have a Japanese bayonet that was made in Korea. So I have two different things. Yeah, but that one I found underneath a house, dude.
Whoa.
In one of my digs when I was digging.
Right.
We found this fucking Japanese bayonet just right
What the
there.
fuck?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking rusted shit
That's
back.
terrifying.
Yeah, well, I brought it home, but it was all rusted. Nobody knew
Right.
anything about it.
You didn't tell the fucking
My-
homeowners?
No, because I do a lot of work for people who have either already died or for the realtor or people who have moved on.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
So if it's transferring ownership, they have to replace
Plus, plus they're Japanese probably, and they're less than human.
Who fuck cares?
Right.
Yeah, but I have a Mosin Nagant. It's Russian essentially, but I bought it like a couple years ago as my first gun.
Why would you buy something old like that? So it's not for
100
utility.
No, absolutely it was. I was getting it for hunting, man.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you get a real ass new gun?
It was $100 for a fucking
right. Yeah,
7.60.
Yeah, all right, but that shit. How do you? I mean, you've taken it to the range enough times. You know
Yes.
that it's okay.
Oh yeah, well, dude, the thing is that all these Mosin Nagants, this was probably 10, 11, about 10, maybe 9 years ago. They were packed in cosmoline and stored in some Russian bullshit, and then just as surplus or whatever. So then they started selling them off.
Okay.
I got it for $100
From who?
from fucking Big Five. Big Five. I walk in, I was like, I'll take that $100 gun, and it came with the cool little, original shit, the cleaner
and a coupon for Subway sandwich shop.
Well, I had to clean off all the cosmoline, so I had to take it all apart and then soak it in mineral spirits and then take it all apart. But man, this thing's a fucking cannon. Right. I have been able to hit 200 yards.
Wow.
And just with the.
Is that the only gun you have?
No, I have a shotgun, and then I have a couple of other things.
So part of it, you feel like this is your ability, hunting maybe, but also defending your family if you need to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I have to, right? But
Do you feel weird? Do you feel weird because you have a kid?
Feel weird in what way?
Like having a kid in the house that you also have guns.
No, I'm not an idiot. It's locked. It's locked, and then I have my ammo sort of somewhere else. But the thing is like, okay, really, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to have enough time to load up my shotty. Right. So I hear someone. You want to know what the scariest noise is? I have a shotgun.
Right.
And then fine, if he has a fucking gun, I guess it's fucking over anyway. Right at this point. But just
that does feel weird that you have to. I mean, that's the thing about apparently in New York. What I was told was you can have a gun in your car, but it has to. You obviously have license, whatever. But you have to have the gun. You have to have, I think,
ammo in a separate lock case.
Right. So you have the ammo in like the locked glove box and the gun in the trunk. So if someone is attacking you in your car, you have to say, "Hey, pause real quick. Let me first get my gun."
Please stop. Please stop raping.
Hang on. Let me go get my gun, and I'll bring it right back, and then we can shoot at each other.
And I'll show you. Yeah.
I mean,
but unless
I get
it's a concealed carry, right? Like you get the permit or whatever, you can.
I think in New York City, I don't think you can have. There are some. Apparently, there's a list. Like Howard Stern's on the list. Anthony Cumia. There's a couple. Like if you're famous enough, you can carry because you need to protect yourself from crazy motherfuckers,
that makes sense.
Politicians, etc., etc. But I think in the city limits itself, you shouldn't. You can't. I feel like all of California is probably worse when it comes to that.
Dude, California sucks as far as guns. Like I had a customer who was a gunsmith, and he completely closed down the business and just moved out of fucking state because of all of the bullshit that came along with it. He just couldn't fucking do anything anymore. He's like, I'm not making money. I'm losing money, so I'm selling my house and moving to fucking Nevada.
Ooh,
like, Nevada's, well, there you go.
Yeah, Nevada's fucking. You can get a 2-bedroom fucking house for 5 cents.
Dude, yeah, my buddy just moved out there. He's like paying like $900 for like this 2-bedroom.
And in fucking Vegas too. Like it's not even you have to be in some butt fuck nowhere. Like Vegas is legit too.
But Vegas has its own weird shit going on with that.
Vegas is weird, yeah.
It's pretty cinny.
I like it though. It felt like there's nothing to do unless you're downtown, and the suburbs are so vast. Yeah. Like there's so much, it goes on forever. Just old people and casinos.
Basically, that's what.
Just old people and old people, which is so fucking stupid too, because it's so goddamn hot there. You can't be old. You know what I mean? You have to stay indoors with your air conditioning. What if your fucking air conditioning breaks and motherfuckers can't fix it? That day. That's dangerous for old people. You know what I mean?
Calling the population at that point.
Jesus, dude.
That was a joke.
All we can do is pray that they're Filipino, not white.
Yeah, pray
so
that
we can keep the white race alive.
Power. Yeah, man. I don't think I could ever live. I've been toying with the idea of like living out that way just because I like, snowboarding and hunting and all that stuff. And there's like big rim. But at the same time,
hang on.
I don't.
Hang on.
What?
I'm fucking, as your brother,
what?
Yea, and I say unto thee, I call bullshit. What do you mean you snowboard? Nigga, you can't run. Don't fucking tell me
I'm not running on a fucking snowboard. I'm flying on a snowboard. I'm going downhill, and then when I fall, I have the ability to pick my ass back up and continue down that hill.
The fulcrum of your fucking,
I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you this winter, and I have an extra board.
Dude, I'm fucking absolutely I'm on board with that shit. When do you guys go?
We go mid-ish winter, not at the beginning of the season.
Does the small one get on?
No, I tried doing her last year, and she was sort of cool with it, but really she just wanted to play in the snow. Yeah, so I was like, all right, you 9-year-old, go do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you can't make her like, you will play soccer.
Yeah. Dude, I tried doing that with the drums. Nope.
I know, right?
She's like, I want to learn guitar. I was like, all right, fine. Fine.
That's probably my influence.
Yeah. Well, mom's happy about it. She's like, at least then she's not making a bunch of noise. I was like, fuck that. Let her make noise.
Right.
I'll soundproof her garage just to fucking do it.
But you can, but at least with the guitar, she can plug it into an amp and then plug the amp in, the headphones into the amp, and then she can fuck around with that.
Well, we got her this little pink acoustic thing. Aww. And dude, I'm so proud of her. She started, teaching herself on YouTube. So yeah, she's just watching the beginner things and learning how to do all this stuff. I'm like, fuck yeah, kid.
That's great, man.
Fuck yeah, kid.
It's way better than, I would love to say it was YouTube. It's because I didn't have access to lessons. No, I just didn't have, I did not have the fucking gumph. Yeah. I did not have the testes to get it done, and it sounds like she does. That's awesome. I'm glad for her.
Yeah, man. It's just, but yeah, snowboarding. I will bring you with me next time, and we'll go with me and my buddy.
Okay.
Who taught me, and dude, like I've only gone 4 days, actual 4 days, but it's been 2 years or whatever. But like I've stopped. Just this last time, I stopped falling.
Nice.
So I actually knew what I was doing. But you're gonna fall the first day, probably the second day, all day.
I kind of need that shit. I was in New York and I was on the subway, and I was just fucking around, and I actually like lifted myself up like as if like a pull up, and I'm like, holy shit, I haven't done that since...
Isn't it awesome?
Since I was like 8, dude. I don't think for some reason when I was a kid, I've never felt comfortable on the monkey bars. Why the fuck is that? I never felt comfortable on the monkey bars.
Bullshit.
That's true. But like, maybe it was just, I wasn't always a fat kid. I think I started getting fat when I was like 10, 11.
Yeah, we moved
maybe
out
12.
Here.
But, like, I wasn't always a fat kid. I just think I wasn't comfortable with some shit, you know what I mean? Like, I was comfortable on a bike, but not a skateboard, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't that kid, you know what I mean? I was comfortable stealing.
Yeah. Well, we also didn't do a lot of, like, sports.
Yeah.
We did soccer, right?
Yeah.
We were youngins, but that was kind of about it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we did bike. Remember?
Didn't we do karate for, like, 2 seconds, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Shotokan.
What the hell is that?
Shotokan, that's what it was called.
Oh.
Shotokan.
How do you remember that and I don't? I'm older than you.
I'm just better.
Yeah, that's probably true.
There's a place, actually. Fayette.
Who did... A fan named Matthew, he actually sent me... Or no, it wasn't Matthew. It was Peter from Carlsbad. I was texting him, and he just texted Fayette, Fayut.
Fayette. That's exactly.
I just love that I'm infecting other people's lives.
Fayette.
Like butt puckering has entered into people's like. Gays and guns have entered into people's vocabulary. Niggas, you niggas need to fucking share this pot. I am sick of not getting... Go onto fucking conservative Patreon and give me fucking money.
Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be this episode. Depending on who your audience is.
Your grandma would love us talking about... What was the worst thing we've talked about in this episode? I don't know. God. There's a lot to it.
The jokes are pretty bad.
Yeah, the jokes are pretty bad.
The Ethiopian baby.
I didn't mind the Ethiopian baby. I think the Ethiopian baby was bad. I think the diaper one was because it just came out of nowhere. And then no. You're no. What was worse What was worse was your nipple clit.
Oh yeah, the nipple clit. Squirting.
You had to inject it with like a turkey, not a turkey base, but there are medical devices that are like that look like a syringe, but they're plastic and they're bigger than normal because you have to like that's like to put like
Lube.
like anal solution in your ass, like loosen things up.
Colon clean.
Yeah, or like one of those big eardrops that you have to like it looks like a turkey baster kind of, but like you use that somehow you have to open your nip and then squirt it in there and then like tie it up. Maybe
Like a balloon nut.
Yeah, and then when you're ready to, you have to open it and just let it squirt.
I really feel that this has been done on Tim and Eric at some point in time.
It wasn't cum.
Nor
was it. It didn't go through the process of how to get the cum into.
See?
You know what I mean? It was just normal lactation.
This is what I do. I sit on you.
Dude, classic Tim and Eric. I gotta say too before we wrap this
Tim
up,
and Eric.
dude. Tim's kind of lost his mind a little bit. Have you noticed that? Do you follow him on social media?
I haven't lost.
He's kind of gotten really political, and to the point. I don't mind someone getting political, but when they're corny political, it almost feels like because Tim Heidecker does enough character work that seems like it's like what's his face. Tony Clifton-esque type of thing where it's like really deep, but it's on the other side, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like you have to be in on the joke and know that he's joking around. But he's done some albums, like he did one album of music about Trump already, which is stupid. But the name of the album was Too Stupid for Suicide. And I'm like, that's really corny. Like that seems like you're just corny. Like it's not the politics that, I mean, I don't agree with the politics itself, but even like I can get down with like a good Trump joke or a good, even if you do it well,
was
you
it
talk
funny?
shit about the motherfucker. Is it funny? But like Too Stupid for Suicide, that just seems like lazy. It just seems so much lazier than his actual, like he's smarter than that.
Yeah, way smarter.
So that's why I feel like he's playing a character of some kind.
Well, you should try to get in there and like message him and just say, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing is that I don't know, man.
People change, right? Like I used to be not so. I've kind of gone through this whole thing like before, where like I was more right, then more central, and then I went kind of left, and then I was like, wait a minute, I don't agree with all of that way the fuck over there.
Right.
And then I just realized I'm sort of centrist, right? So people change based on it, but I really hope that he will not be so goddamn outspoken in the weird ways.
In the weird ways.
Yeah, the fake ways.
Right. I don't know. We'll see.
You think you can do it?
Maybe.
You should start playing a character.
Yeah. That's one of the things too, and then we should wrap up. But like about being in New York is that if I did decide to go out there, I can do the podcast out there. I can. There's a lot more opportunities for music, and then we also have family members who do Broadway, and I can start cutting my teeth there and be an actor. I can do voice acting. There's so much more opportunity for me out there than there is in the Bay Area. I just feel like I'm hitting my head against the wall, and it's not just that, but in the Bay Area, and my friend Christina was talking about this. In the Bay Area, nobody wants to do anything. Everybody wants to go home. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it because it's fucking smoked outside. But like,
right now.
But like, everybody just kind of wants to stay in your own little bubble. You know what I mean? Same thing with LA. You know what I mean? They don't want to go from San Fernando Valley into fucking Hollywood. Just stay in your hood. You know what I mean? And I get it. But in New York, it's much more of a community. It's much more of a communal shit. And I know that doesn't sound like it makes any sense. No. But like,
it does.
There's more there's more socialness because you have to. You know what I mean? You don't have a car, as an example. Like, you have to, like, when you leave, you have your bag, and like, instead of getting my food and going home or hosting something at your house, no one's place is big enough to host it. So you have to bring the party out. You know, you have to be more social with others. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's much more upfront people. You know what I mean? I just had a great fucking weekend, and it wasn't perfect, and it would be a really difficult thing to do, but more and more it's like, and I want to do it the right way, you know what I mean? I don't know if I said this already, but like, I want to do it. I have to get myself financially prepared where like, if I go out there and sign a lease as an example, and then 2 weeks in there's fucking bed bugs, and then this asshole landlord won't give me the money back for my deposit. Like, I have to be able to have a big enough cushion that I can cover all of that shit. You know what I mean? And at the moment, not just financially, but also, kind of interpersonally, I have to kind of wrap up some loopholes, but it seems like 6 to 9 months possibly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I want you to go just because it'll be good for you, I think.
Right.
But obviously, I don't want you to go.
I know.
But you'll be closer to the other fam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I'll have a reason to come to New York.
Yeah.
And just sleep with you.
Sexually, yes.
Of course. Was there any other way?
But there's also Florida's pretty, close too, and we have family in Florida. So.
I like Florida. I'm people get all freaked out about like earthquakes and shit. But me, I don't want to have to deal with my fucking roof blowing off.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do all
No,
that
Florida. I even had Allie, who was from Florida. She hates fucking Florida.
Yeah.
We all hate Florida. I don't know why New Yorkers decide to travel down there to live there, but I don't know, whatever.
I would love to have a basement, but
yeah,
no hurricanes. I'm willing to risk it. It's okay.
But it's not that bad. New York, they get like one every like 2 years, 3 years. Like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but it causes a lot of damage. Like
So
the
do
worst
fucking
that happened,
earthquakes, my nigga.
Not like every once in a
And fucking
while.
fires. This is like weeks of fires.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Well, global.
And financially, and food, bitch.
Yeah, financially, shit's getting fucking crazy out here.
In New York, in Manhattan, in Brooklyn is pretty comparable to out here. In Manhattan, it's about like San Francisco proper, but Manhattan's obviously bigger, more opportunity. But in Manhattan, it's like $400 roughly more expensive from where I'm looking. But I could do that. You know what I mean? Like I could just, work as a server, do whatever I need to do financially otherwise, and just pay the $400 extra. I'd rather live in Manhattan than Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Well, because that's where you're going to be, and then you don't have to pay for a car too.
I don't know what I would do with my car.
Just Uber. They have Uber out there.
Yeah,
right?
but I love the freedom of having a fucking vehicle.
Yeah,
I don't want to be
I
stuck.
agree.
Nigga, I do not want to be stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could go from Fremont to Berkeley every morning on BART, but fuck that.
Yeah.
I want to be in control. I'll deal with the traffic and yell at
Right.
it.
I have a seat,
Yeah.
and I can
Whatever the fuck I
change my mind and go to McDonald's real quick. You know what I mean? Like I could,
I could let one go and not feel shamed.
Exactly. Dude, I had a bad one earlier. I was just like, and I was on the phone with somebody, and you just sneak up a cheek, and you're on the phone with somebody, and it wasn't loud, but it was just like, you smell yourself, and you're,
I can't continue talking to you. I just go,
why are your eyes watering? Nothing. Everything's fine. Anyway, we gotta stop.
that was 5
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have anything to plug, do you? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Guns and gays.
Guns and gays and plumbing.
If you guys want to help with all of my, I think I'm actually gonna put a song on the beginning of this episode.
One
Just
of yours?
an old one, yeah. I might just do a cover because I haven't done that yet, so I might as well just throw one on just for giggles, see what happens. Thinking maybe Part of Your World, maybe an original, I don't know.
Do a Harry Potter song.
Yes, true. Faggots and broomsticks. I don't know. Isn't that a song? Faggots and broomsticks?
Yeah, that's a part of the Harry Potter thing.
Bed knobs up buttonholes.
Shove it up
Bunholes?
your ass.
All right.
Bunholes.
Yeah, go to conservatish or patreon.com/conservatish to subscribe. You get to access to a cover song once a month, as well as specific memes that you don't get otherwise, depending on what, and then there will be more exclusives and goodies later on, as well as you can share this podcast with your friends and family, especially grandparents. And then also leave us a review on iTunes, Google Play, anywhere that there are reviews. I love you all very much. And kisses and good night.
I'm sorry. Bye.